Well, good evening and welcome back, friends. This is episode 33 of Proficiency Bonuses Storm King's Thunder. We're so glad that you're joining us tonight on this wonderful Friday evening. Just want to give out a couple quick shout outs to everybody that has supported us over the last few months. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Team MZ for all their support of small streamers like us. Make sure you go ahead and check them out. There's links below the video to all of our partners and supporters. Also, want to give a shout out to Nightshade Creations and Many Sided Dice for teaming up with us as well and supporting us in this stream. So make sure you guys go check out their websites. There's a link below the video screen down below in all of our stream information. Make sure you go check those out. As well. Also wanted to remind everybody that next Friday night, we will be having a special one-shot adventure run by Christy Mystic Water. Yeah. We're all pumped up about it.
I'm not ready.
You have a week. You have a week.
I got this.
So we do have that coming up, so you're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be an exciting evening, and that's next weekend, next Friday, May 4th, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in right here at the Proficiency Bonus channel. If you want to get notified whenever we go live, make sure you click that follow button above. And if you would like to subscribe and help support the channel, you can do that as well. I think if you're a Twitch, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can use your Amazon Prime account to do a free subscription to a channel each and every month. So you can use it on our channel. You could use it on another channel. Hey, it's all good. For a quick recap of last week, our adventurers went storming back to Dashara's residence to take on the frost giant leader of this raid of Fireshear. During this time, they have discovered that one of these giants they have defeated had risen again as an undead frost giant because of possibly something that Molfin had done. We're still trying to speculate, but we're just going to assume we're going to blame it on Molfin.
What else? No.
There you go. As the party made their way, they were able to defeat the frost giants. A couple of the griffins suffered some major impacts and damage, and they lost one of their riding horses to one of the undead frost giants. Molfin was able to creatively come up with a way so that Jolin Orangepeel did not see his father risen as an undead creature. And we also saw the return of Moby from the Shadowfell as he came storming in on the back of a tiny pink elephant. Yes, a tiny pink elephant. I did say that. Did I say that? I did. Oh, gosh. So, and at this point, at the end of our episode, Sarvin and Callista had a very good heart-to-heart conversation about his past and his future. And where we left off, Sarvin had taken Jolin Orangepeel off into the distance. He was going to escort him home as a way to start a new life for himself, doing some good deeds to stop running away from his past and blaming others for the death of his parents and the situation that he found himself in. So I'm going to take you guys over to the cast so you can see everybody and wave hello. Here we all are. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
And last week, don't forget, our Nat 20 winners were Moby and Callista. So you guys have that Nat 20 available to you in the top corner of your wonderful video box there that everybody can see. And everybody else, DM's inspiration across the board. So remember that you guys have that for one of your roles this evening. So the story is told, adventurers. You guys are all as after Sarvin had made his way, Lachlan,
Mm-hmm.
During this whole process of gathering some of these giants materials and treasure and things that you were going through with the Zhentarim guards that Deshara had hired, this Ferris girl had seemed to be kind of eyeing you a little bit, kind of checking you out, and it's kind of piquing your curiosity just the slightest bit. But at one point, the other three that are with you, Zitra, Zombo, and Timmy, after collecting after collecting some of the giants materials, start to make their way towards where the rest of the party's gathered. And as you're kind of walking along, you kind of slink back a little bit with Ferris. And she kind of you can see that her gait on her pace is a little bit slower, almost as like she's kind of almost imploring you to kind of stick back with her.
All right. I want to slip my silver ring on my finger.
Okay.
And just kind of, fall into pace there and kind of extend my hand. Pretty good fight back there, wasn't it?
Okay. She extends her hand to you, and then she looks towards kind of like the back area of where the griffin stables are, as the rest of the Zhentarim kind of walk by the stables. And she kind of just like kind of tilts her head, and she whispers to you, I have something to tell you. And she just kind of hints over to there and just kind of like walks, almost leads you, kind of almost seductively, with her hands, kind of just like over there.
My tongue rolls out, my eyes.
Roger Rabbit.
I want to make kind of like peek around. I want to make sure that nobody sees me right now.
Okay. It seems like the rest of the party is they're kind of gathered. Some of them are weeping at the departure of Sarvin. Some of them are kind of getting out like rations and things like that. You can see that everybody's kind of gathered up. Fleetwood back here, the other Zhentarim, is kind of tending the horses, trying to calm their nerves from such an interesting couple of days. And it seems like Deshara and Kentucky are over here kind of doing the same with the griffins. Some of them even, it looks like Deshara has some kind of medical kit or something that she's trying to spread some kind of ointment on Gizzard to try to stop some of his bleeding from the onslaught that he took last time.
Fair enough. Then everybody looking sufficiently distracted, I'm going to start to kind of creep along.
Okay, go ahead.
Toward the back of the barn.
Go ahead and make a stealth check, just to check. Oh yeah.
Oh,
You're in good shape. Yeah.
cool.
So, as you approach Ferris, you get kind of like right behind, kind of in the shadows of this stable area. All of a sudden, she grabs you by the throat area of your armor and kind of pulls you and slams you up against the wooden back of the stables, and then she takes her heavy crossbow and sticks it to the bottom of your neck.
Yes.
And she looks at you with this vicious look in her eyes, like she's looking down because she's a human, so she's looking down at you. She's almost got you like pulled up off the ground, and she's looking at you, and she's like, "Listen, you little twit."
Yes.
What did I do?
she says, "Listen, I know all about you. I know about your stunts. You're not going to pull any of that crap on me. You're not going to pull any of that crap here. You got it?" And she pushes the crossbow in a little bit closer to your cheek.
If you kill me, I'm not going to be able to explain anything here, lady.
And then all of a sudden, she pulls you close to her face and just starts to kiss you with like this 3-second quick, like, slams it on you.
Ew.
I love this chick.
And then pulls you away kind of aggressively, and then kind of just takes her hand and she kind of like wipes her lips and she's like, huh.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Oh.
Nice. And she says, well, I was just seeing if what my sister said was true.
Oh shit.
Go ahead and make an insight check, Lachlan.
Sister? Insight.
It takes you like a few seconds. You're just like, sister. You're like looking around. You're just still confused by the whole situation. And as you start to look at her and like kind of assess her facial features, she looks an awful lot like Kella, with a little bit of different. Obviously there's a difference between her and Kella, but you can see a resemblance, a family resemblance.
Hey, do you have? You said you have a sister?
Yes. And she said that you might be on your way. She said that I needed to be looking out for you.
How she? I mean, who is your sister?
Don't play stupid.
I mean, I just met you.
And this is crazy. A number.
Does your sister belong to any organizations?
Yes, the same one that we are members of. She recruited you, you moron.
Oh. Oh, okay. You're the good-looking sister. Wow. Oh, okay. I see.
Wow.
She like just looks at you with a glare. She's like, "Don't pull that."
We're twins. Stop.
Hey, so how is Kella?
I don't know. I haven't heard from her in a little while.
How long's a little while?
Well, it's been a few days. Normally I hear from her very frequently. But it's been a few days.
I'm doing some math in my head around when we had all the stuff with the shattering gems and all that kind of stuff, and but I'm probably maybe a little distracted too.
Okay, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Oh.
Let's see.
Holy
crap!
Wow! What?
Holy crap!
I take after Molfin.
Holy hell.
Wow.
You kind of determined that she did have a correspondence after the gem had been shattered, like
Assuming she's telling the truth.
yes, assuming she's telling the truth. Yes, she did have correspondence, but maybe less frequent. And it seems like for the last few days, she hasn't really heard from her. And it seems like, but with your intelligence check, your intuition tells you that they must have some kind of, they have a good means of communicating somehow with one another.
Well, glad to hear that. You know,
the last I heard, that she was on her way to Yartar. She got shipped there. She got shipped there because someone couldn't help her secure Nightstone.
In my defense, there was a bear.
Oh,
There was a bear.
trust me, I know all about the bear. I've been keeping my eye on the druid since you guys arrived.
Have you?
I have.
What kind of information have you gathered about her?
Well, I'm just assessing the situation. And I'm also kind of, just pondering your relationship with this group.
Oh yeah, they're my sidekicks.
Oh, sidekicks, huh?
Make a deception check.
Well, it appears.
Wow.
Good thing I got that proficiency.
Well, sidekicks or not, you still... Basically, the failure of Nightstone caused her to get into some serious trouble with her superiors. The snail in Daggerford was furious. So,
You know who the real problem was?
Who's the real problem?
That Zolkin.
Oh, Zolkin. That situation's even worse.
What do you mean?
Oh, when Zolkin returned to Daggerford to meet with the snail, it was just utter chaos. From what I was told, the 7 snakes led by Zolkin, well, the 6 snakes after one had departed from, apparently the orcs attacked while you guys were there and you couldn't even keep all of them alive. I'm not even sure what my sister saw in you. Anyway.
Really? I mean, come on.
Anyway, so when Zolkin returned, the snail was just absolutely furious, but Zolkin wasn't having it. So Zolkin departed from the Zhentarim, and he took the rest of the snakes with him. Apparently he was outraged. He was just speaking curses till Ilmater for some reason.
Hey, bitch.
You know what's even worse? Zolkin sacked the Ilmater temple in Daggerford.
What? Oh no.
Zolkin sacked the Ilmater Temple in Daggerford?
He did.
Yes, I'm not getting my money.
What's even worse than that is Dorn Ambercrown, the high priest of the temple, has gone missing. And all the innocent people that were in the temple at the time, slain at the hands of Zolkin.
Oh my. He's a real bad guy.
He's gone off the deep end. And on top of that, we've got all these giants raiding all around the north.
I think we handled that. They're all dead now. I'm pretty sure we fixed this whole ordning thing.
You think this is all? You think this is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's only gonna get worse, Lachlan. This is just the beginning.
Just the beginning?
Just the beginning. The Zhentarim have been sending correspondents all around the north. Hill giants are attacking out of everywhere. The frost giants are just invading the upper part of the north. Fire giants are coming down from the spine of the world. Just digging places everywhere, searching for something. No one knows what. It's getting out of hand. They've aligned the factions. The Zhentarim are on board as well, to try to discover exactly what's going on and how to stop it, but no one's been able to. And now Kella is on her way to Yartar because apparently some nobles have gone missing. So unfortunately, Kella, for her failure in Nightstone, draws the short straw, and being shipped over to Yartar to investigate.
Interesting. Nobles missing in Yartar, huh?
Yeah, apparently the water baron, Nestra Ruthloy of Yartar, is offering a generous reward for any information that's found out about these missing nobles. Because it seems it's kind of stacking her political alliances against her.
A generous reward, you say?
Yeah, I heard it's a hefty sum. I didn't get an exact figure, but I know it's in the thousands of gold pieces range.
Thousands of gold pieces, you say?
Very enticing. But I'm sure what's going to happen is when Kella reaches back, if Kella is able to discover anything, I know that the snail is going to have something to say about that reward.
Is he the type to, steal the thunder from his underlings like that?
Apparently you haven't met this guy.
I haven't.
He's the kind of guy that you can tell that he tries to put on a good show for everyone, but you can tell underneath he's always up to something. The last time I talked to Kella, I could tell there's also just something different about her. She just doesn't seem as bright. Didn't seem cheerful. Didn't seem happy anymore. I don't know. Seemed like parts of her were missing, or she was empty. I don't know, but I wonder if things would have turned out different at Nightstone. Would they have been the same now? And she just kind of looks at you.
I mean, it hurt when that Zulkin guy, when they broke up. It hit her pretty badly. I wonder if that has something to do with it. I wanted to kill Zulkin, but my friends stopped me.
Well, I'm starting to think it probably would have been better if someone had.
Yeah.
She kind of relaxes a little bit from the tense moment. She kind of puts her crossbow up over her shoulder, and she kind of regains her composure a little bit. You can tell she's still a little bit shook by this whole situation, and finally getting the opportunity to address this with you in this manner.
So what are you gonna do about all of this?
Well,
Maurice?
I'm getting out of here. I'm waiting for my opportunity, and I'm headed to Zhentarim to see if I can figure out if I can help Kella.
Maybe split that that reward out there, huh?
Hey, it wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? But I feel like she needs someone now, and I need to be there for her.
You're a good sister.
She kind of laughs. I know. Perhaps you can learn something from this.
Oh, I have. Question for you.
Sure.
You heard anything about the Weevil?
The Weevil?
Yeah.
What have you heard?
Heard there's a
about the
Weevil. Just that he's somebody that people are looking for.
Yeah, some rogue dwarf that went on some kind of murder spree. That's really all I know. I know he's been missing for a while. There's quite a reward for his capture. It seems like he's been pretty clever about hiding his tracks, and wherever he is, he's doing a good job of staying hidden. If we can't find him.
Yeah. Listen, Faris, I might see if I can make my way out to Yartar as well, but I've got all them back there that
Understand? Well, don't be stupid.
Me?
Yes.
Advice.
And be careful.
You be careful too.
Because I'll fill you in. My sister thinks very highly of you.
Really? Really?
Mm-hmm. But don't mess with her.
I would never. I wouldn't even dream of it. No, not at all.
And she's like, she grabs you by the neck collar again, and she's like, gets real close to your face and just like points at you. Because if you do anything to her, you will regret it. And then she just lets go and then starts to walk off around the other side of the stables and heads
I'm in
towards
love.
With her sister. No. Ew, Lachlan. Why are you like that?
And all I can hear is Rent. Hey, mister. She's my sister.
So I want to kind of lean against the wall and just take a moment to process everything that I've heard there.
Okay, sure. So yeah, Lachlan is just like leaning up against, kind of breathing a little bit heavy after this situation, and trying to regather his thoughts and feelings towards everything that just happened, gathering all this new information.
When she kissed me, do I taste anything weird?
It tasted like...
Cherry chapstick.
There you go.
Oh my
Cherry-
god.
cherry chapstick. Yeah.
So nothing sketchy, no like poisons or anything.
No, nothing sketchy.
Okay.
It just laid it on you.
Interesting.
Yes, Stumpy, that girl is poison.
Stumpy knows what's up.
Stumpy chiming in on chat. I love it. All right. So at this point, we go back to the rest of the group. It's just kind of you guys have kind of been just regathering your belongings and things, and what would you guys like to do at this point?
Reminisce on how much I'm gonna miss Sarvin, and I just started liking him.
Yeah. Take a long rest.
Guys,
Yeah, what time of day is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like after lunch. You could take a long rest.
We need to
Wolfen's just
save
going
the
to spend the
people.
time trying to convince Callista that we should head east to go to Everland.
Okay, go ahead, Molfin. Play this out. Let's see how Molfin would convince Callista to do this.
Yeah, Callista's kind of just like relaxing, smoking her pipe because she's been stressed out, kind of like looking at the locket that Sarvin gave her before pocketing it away when Molfin approaches.
Oh, yeah.
Callista, do you have a moment to speak with me?
Sure. What's up?
It occurs to me that it seems we have some form of an issue here that we must decide where to head to next.
Yeah.
And I would like to recommend that we head eastward towards Everland.
Why there specifically?
That is where the gentleman by the name of Coin Valhero would be able to give us a means of magical transportation, which will enable us to travel between greater distances at a much more expedient pace than we have been during our better part of week-long journey down to Fireshear.
Do I know how far away it is from here, DM?
What's that?
Oh.
Far? How far?
Do I know how far Everland is from here, approximately? Like, how many days travel could I approximate?
Go ahead and make a survival check, Callista.
Okay.
Let's make that survival.
Nice roll.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Let me double check something really fast. You guys are in Fireshear.
Is it more southeast or just directly east from us?
It's just a shade south, but a lot.
Okay.
It's pretty far. You're talking
Pretty far east.
Yeah, you're pretty talking about 550 miles from where you're at right now.
Correct. And how long approximately do I think that would take?
Um,
By like foot or not by foot, by horses or griffins? If we
Uh,
could...
Griffins wouldn't be so bad. Flying there, you're probably talking maybe you could probably get there between 3 and 4 days on Griffins.
Okay.
Just because you'd probably have to stop a few. You have to give the
Yeah.
Griffins a rest. So
And by horses?
by horse, it would probably take significant longer. I'd have to double check. I can't remember where's the Matthew. Do you know where the pacing is in the Dungeon Master's Guide? Movement pace?
Not off the top of my head. I have it all marked down. I have on footnotes for Mondays.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. I used
like
to have
people
that.
walk 3 miles an hour standard or something.
Yeah. But the horses, if you're riding horseback, it's not as bad. Movement. Would it be movement? Yeah, 250.
It's under. There's a travel section I'm flipping through right now.
Okay. Where's that at?
Starts at 106.
106. Okay.
Yeah. Foraging, food and water.
Meanwhile, I want to wander up to the group. Hey guys, what you talking about?
Lose. Bound chicka wow wow.
My collar's all ruffled. Hey guys.
Yep.
We're discussing whether or not to travel to Everland. To aid in. Yes, it's.
Pretty far.
I heard Yarder is really nice this time of year.
Why Yarder?
Probably just flowers and you know,
Lachlan,
food.
don't BS us. I don't need it. I don't even need an insight. I know you're bullshit. You don't
His
go
family-
anywhere without an ulterior motive.
Me?
Yes, you.
I say me in Gnomish, like moi.
Moi.
That's right.
Let's not do Gnomish as French. I don't speak French.
Wouldn't be Arabic.
Could be.
Could be.
Maybe.
Why
So
do you
I may have found out some things about life and stuff.
About life.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Lachlan, spit it out. Quit beating around the bush and tell us what you want.
Who all is around?
Everybody.
Yeah, pretty much everybody's standing around.
Moby's not. Moby's walking around with
Hello?
Mogwai. He's assessing damages to buildings and whatnot. And
one
actually,
person
I'd be
I-
looking for the leader. Just anyone who
think
looks
I
like
can-
they're a figure of power.
Okay.
I would
This
like.
is Molfen and his Misfits, right?
We're closest crew.
Hey. I'm down on that one.
You would be. Racists.
No, I was hired to take you guys this far. Well, too far.
Are we racking up a bill as we speak? Like
Yeah.
billable hours?
The Temple of Ilmater is. We're not paying her. The temple is. But now the temple's been burned, so I guess that leaves it to the temple's representative, which would be our cleric. So Diana's footing the bill.
Wait, Callista, are we running a tab?
You guys aren't, unless you feel so inclined, but the Temple of Ilmater is. I don't know how much.
Yeah, about that temple.
What?
What
Why would you charge the Temple of Mater? Like, what? Just, I think that this should be free.
Yeah.
You're all having fun.
I don't do anything for free, Diana. Sorry.
You might be doing this one for free.
Why?
What are you talking
What?
about, Lachlan?
Lachlan?
Spit it out!
Remember Zulkin?
Duh.
Oh, too well.
No.
Oh,
Ashlyn?
Ashlyn, consider yourself lucky.
Well, I remember talking about him, but I don't remember him because I don't think I wasn't there. No.
Lachlan, what's wrong?
So
What?
Diana's ex-boyfriend may have massacred everyone in the Temple of Ilmater in Daggerford.
What? What do you
All those poor
mean?
people.
What do you mean massacred?
Like
And the high priest?
Like
Missing.
everyone?
missing.
He's
We should probably go find him.
wait, back up.
Oh, I go to
Zolkin
Diana
attacked
and I hug
Daggerford
her.
or just the temple in Daggerford?
I only heard about the temple.
I run to Diana and I throw my arms around her.
Everyone? Everyone, Lachlan? Everyone?
I wasn't there.
Lachlan,
But
where
it
did
sounds
you
bad.
hear this from? How did you even hear this?
I have sources.
What sources?
Well, go back to your source and find out more information.
I will fucking torture your source.
Wow.
Where did you find this information? What happened? How do you know?
I mean, I have people tell me things. But we should probably go maybe investigate.
What people?
Okay.
I want to grab him by his collar as well.
This happened already today.
Where? What did you? Who told you? Do I need to roll an intimidation or something?
You can if you want.
I'm gonna use my advantage. I didn't need it.
What I resist intimidation with?
Wisdom?
Yeah, go ahead and just make a wisdom check.
Oh gosh, this isn't gonna go well.
Yeah. You're
One of the
actually
guards.
you're actually pretty scared of her right now.
Yeah. One of the guards told me. I don't remember who it
Which
was, but it was one of the guards.
Which one?
I mean,
Male, female, dark hair, light?
a couple of them. A couple of them pulled me aside and told me.
Insight. I'm gonna insight him. I want to see if he's lying.
I want insight as well.
You.
I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, no,
I'll
I don't
use
know.
my inspiration here.
Shut up.
Mm.
Dang it. I mean, if it
I
matches.
mean, they're all, on my team, and so I get information, and they told me that it was pretty tragic. That apparently Zolkin, he, after the events of Nightstone, he was angry, and he went and took it out on the Temple of Ilmater.
I'll let go of
And the
Lachlan.
officials of Daggerford did nothing to stop him?
I mean, we don't know any of this yet. It's the rumor mill here. I mean, it could be overblown. Maybe it's not as bad as we. But
Okay, back up. First you say you want to go to Yartar, and then you tell us that the temple in Daggerford has been destroyed? Where is your priorities right now?
well,
Yes, Callista, let's think of this logically. Let's charge headfirst to fight Zolkin right now.
I mean, I'm down for that.
Didn't we just have this conversation when somebody instructed me not to go summoning him via the dagger? Now, mere week or so later, you want to charge headfirst into him. This is not a wise move.
Well, how far away is Daggerford? Like, it's even farther than Everland, right?
Daggerford is probably about the same distance, but more south along the coast.
South.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be about the same as far as travel time. Basically, Waterdeep, Daggerford and Waterdeep are relatively close together. So all these places that you guys are targeting are going to be about the same distance away.
Okay.
And you guys would know that about Daggerford and Waterdeep just because of the travel time
Yeah.
already that you guys have already. You guys took the slow route to get to Bryn Shander on the tower with Zetharos.
On the 1 mile.
1 mile an hour, yeah.
If we go to Everland, perhaps we can find allies, find something else to use against. Whereas nothing has changed.
Well, I almost guarantee Zolkin won't be in Daggerford when we get there.
No, but if we find allies, all we need is a little friend. And Mulvin will pat up by his neck. Not where he keeps the dagger, just pat himself.
I want to kill him. I want to kill Zolkin.
We will. I
Yes.
promise
When?
you we will.
When?
I'm sorry, are we in Luskin?
You're in Fireshear.
Oh, we're in Fireshear.
Yeah,
I've got it.
north
Okay.
north of Luskin.
North Alaska.
Mhm.
Okay.
Moby, are you asking that out loud, or is that just a type question from JJ?
That's a top question from yours truly.
Yeah, I was gonna go to Moby. You actually approach Kentucky and Deshara, who are kind of tending to the griffins. Those seem to be the people in leadership at this point.
Wonderful. I'm just gonna walk over. I've got my hand on Mogwai's trunk. I'm like, excuse me?
Yes. Where did you come from? Is Deshara a dwarf woman wearing pretty decent leather armor and this red hair that kind of braids along the back. She looks like she's aged. There's some gray strips in the red hair, and she just kind of asks pondering that question to you.
Oh, just a hole in reality. Yep. But that's not why I'm here.
Why are you here?
Where's all the people in this town?
Oh, the people? Probably scrambling to put their lives back together, I would assume. After the chaos that has ensued over the last 2 days.
What can you tell me about? Where exactly are we right now?
Well, we're just outside of Fireshear, just a relatively average-sized mining community.
Mining. So I'm assuming you have a pretty good stock of ingots. I assume.
I would assume so in the town.
How can I go about getting a few? Considering we did just save the city,
Yeah.
I feel like
I like the new Moby.
a bit of a reward is in order.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure there would be opportunities. I mean, I'm sure people are in need of funds at this point in time to help to rebuild.
Can you point me in the direction of these people?
She just kind of looking over the back of Gizzard, the griffin, and kind of points in the direction of the direction of this light forest. And you can see in the distance, kind of like a path that kind of leads through, and you can see there's still some broken up icy snow and stuff from where the adventuring party came kind of barreling through from that area, and she just points back that way. If you go in that direction, probably less than a mile, and you run right into it.
I'm gonna look back to where the group is, and then just hop on Mogwai and go, "Thank you very much," and ride off. And I'm gonna tell the Raven to scout ahead for me and look for any signs of humanity.
And with a raven's call, it jets up into the air and starts flying ahead. And Mogwai starts stomping off into the distance.
Cute boy.
As we head back to Mulfin and the rest of the party's conversation. You think, travel pace-wise, horses at a fast pace can travel about 30 miles per day. If you do a normal pace, kind of like about 24 miles.
When was the last time I used the sending stone? Was it today or yesterday?
Huh, good question.
Yesterday in the hut.
Was it yesterday?
Yesterday
Yeah,
in the
because
hut.
then we took a long rest.
Yep.
Okay.
We took a long rest between the two
Yeah,
giant fights.
Yeah, we did. We did rest. We regrouped.
In your hut, right? The tiny hut?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
because we met up with Harshnag. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's my BFF? Besides Diana. Diana's my real BFF.
Then I will use Ascending Stone and Draconic and ask Clarion whereabouts is he, and if where are you? We dealt with most of the problem. Can you get here?
Can we all ride on a dragon?
That's what I'm. Yeah.
You speak in Draconic to the Sending Stone. A little.
I can ride on a giant.
A few moments time passes, and you get a sent message back. That just simply states in Draconic, "I'm still on my way. I've been held up. I'll be there soon."
No.
Too much air traffic over French Canada.
It was a terrible blizzard. Oh, he wasn't able to land. They didn't clear the runway. And that's pretty much the extent of the message.
Okay.
What are you thinking, Callista?
Well, I was hoping. No, I was hoping we could get Clarion's assistance, but it seems like he's being held up for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but he's dealing with some things.
His assistance with what? Are you referring to travel arrangements?
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we can ask for Dashara's aid.
Yeah, that would be the next best option at this point.
I'm sure with a little bit of coin should be willing to aid us for a few days.
Okay.
Lachlan, why did you want to go to Yartar? You never explained yourself.
I thought I did.
No, you explained about Ilmater and Daggerford. You didn't explain anything about Yartar. You completely avoided that question.
Oh yeah. It's like I said, it's nice this time of year. I think there's a prosperous.
Do I need to repeat myself?
So I have a couple little missions I want to do out that way. Little ways. To
I
make
lit
a
my
little-
hand on fire.
Get him.
I really do want to go there to make money.
I snuff it out because I believe him.
Well, if it's to perhaps make money and potentially on the road to the destination I recommend.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like right on the road.
Are we all just forgetting that a whole village
No,
or something was torched?
Diana, I think me and Muffin are both thinking the same thing, that if we can get the teleportation means, we can get to Daggerford and wherever else we need to go to find Zulkin fast. He won't be able to outrun us if we have teleportation means.
And likewise, are we
Zulkin.
really prepared to do battle with him? Did you
Zulkin.
I think Diana's all in, but
Zulkin is another matter entirely, and when I am confident in our abilities, I will find him, and I will kill him, and I will bring him to the feet of Ilmater, and I will make him pay for what he's done. But right now, I have a temple, I have a missing priest, I have 100 people whose families need to know what happened to them. I can't leave. I might be the only surviving member of this temple. I can't leave it to burn.
And what if Zulkin is sitting in the chamber waiting for you?
I doubt it.
Then you sit and you
better hope
die?
he is. He should
I don't think-
hope that he is
No,
not there.
I don't think the officials of Daggerford would let that slide. If that was the case, Daggerford would have fallen completely. It wouldn't just be the temple. But until we get more information, and I look at Lachlan pointedly, we don't know what's happening in Daggerford. Because all we hear is a church has been destroyed, not Daggerford itself. So why don't you go back to your sources, Lachlan, and find out more?
I mean, we know a good amount.
Do we? What are the officials doing? Why is this suddenly on us? Why are they just sitting there and not doing anything and protecting these people?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they probably tried to protect these people, but I mean, were you guys met Zolkin? He's just shadowy.
So, what do you have? Speculation? Gossip?
Yeah. That's why maybe
no.
maybe if we move on from here, we can go. As we get kind of deeper into populated areas, we can hear news and start to gather more about this. Because we are kind of in
As
a
I hate to
fringe of
admit it, you may
civilization.
have a point there. Moby, what do you think? Moby?
Where'd Moby go?
Did he leave again? He didn't even tell us this time.
How old is he going to be when he comes back now?
Mark my words, the next time I see that individual, he will not be walking away from me for quite a while.
He needs a leash.
Ashlyn,
I could arrange that.
as you and Harshnag are kind of sitting, Harshnag's kind of sitting down, just relaxing like he is in that little image over there. And he's just like sitting with you and kind of carrying on some small talk. He doesn't seem like the type that, he's not a big talker. But as he's kind of sitting there, he's like, Ashlyn, I wanted to show you something. A little drawing I did, something I'm proud of. And he
Awesome.
he starts to like kind of reach in. He gets this, like, for you it's like this huge piece of parchment that he pulls out. And I was going to reveal it to you so you can see it, but I've got to make sure I can find it here because there's so many handouts in here. There it is. Let me pull this up, see if I can edit it to show it to you in player journals. Can you see it now?
Oh yeah.
And he kind of opens this up, and he's kind of like pointing to it as he's showing you, and he's like, "Oh, I drew this map.
It's the prettiest map in the world.
Yeah, yes, you. This and he like looks up and he points up top where there's all these mountainous regions up there, and he points to this X that kind of has an arrow to it. That is my ultimate destination. The Eye of the All-Father.
Ooh, what you gonna do there?
Well, I was going to seek divine wisdom from the oracle that resides there. But
That's awesome.
But I've heard that if you approach the oracle with an offering, some ancient giant relics, perhaps, that the oracle will reveal more information. So, do you see these other marks on this map that I've made? And he kind of starts to point into various X's kind of all around. In each of these areas, presumably I've heard that there are hidden giant relics in these locations.
Ooh.
I was on my way to Raven Rock up here when, I was distracted by the commotion over here.
What's in Raven Rock?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure. But I'm intrigued, and rumor has it there is a relic there.
Nice.
The more that I collect, I feel the oracle will give me the information that I need.
What kind of information do you need?
How to stop my giant brethren from all this chaos.
Oh, that's good information.
Yes.
You should probably ask that.
Valuable information. But I am a little worried. I feel like it may be a task that I won't be able to do alone.
I'll come with you.
Oh.
Do you know what? I got something better. I go in my bag. Here, Ferguson can come with you.
He looks at Ferguson and then looks back at you and then looks at Ferguson and he's going to make a check real quick to see something.
He's gonna crush it in his hands.
Oh no. Is he gonna drink it?
Let's see. I'm gonna make a check. I'm gonna make a standard charisma check. See how that turned out. He kind of looks at you a little bit awkwardly. He's like, "You do know that Ferguson is not living, correct?"
No. Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't know that, Ashlyn?
What do you mean? Ferguson moves.
Oh, but because you're shaking the bottle.
She's adorable. Oh my god. I should have drew Ferguson in her picture. Oh my god.
But
What do you mean
no,
he's not?
no
He's
worries.
moving
No.
right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Can and he holds out his hand. Can I see Ferguson?
Yeah.
You place it in his giant hand, and he's got this little glass bottle in his hand. And he looks very closely at it. He squints one eye. Huh. He is moving.
Yeah, see?
He kind of rubs his beard a couple times.
He just sleeps a lot.
Oh.
My heart.
Is deception wisdom based?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Jesus.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Would Ashlyn be smart enough to see through Harshnag's deception, or would Ashlyn just?
Ashland doesn't insight check anyone.
All right.
So-
And he just like, you can see like there's a bead of sweat that rolls down the frost giant's brow, and he slowly holds back the bottle to you, Ashlyn. Here
Thank you.
you are. And he almost has this notion that he's kind of like embarrassed at himself for.
It's okay.
Maybe almost breaking her heart. That was a close one. Oh, jeez.
I put him in my pocket again.
Well,
But he can come with you on your quest if you want.
it appears that you have your own dealings at this point, but I would love to tag along if you wouldn't mind.
You're gonna come with us? You're my favoriteest giant ever.
I can come along, but I must warn you. I have to stay clear of large villages and cities. It's just
Okay.
you know how people are with giants right now, and
I don't.
Are you serious, Ashlyn?
I like you. You're a giant.
But not everyone likes me, Ashlyn.
Why not? You're the nicest, friendliest giant ever.
Well, not all of my brethren are, and it makes people a little bit skittish around me.
Oh. Okay.
It's kind of like, imagine if you put Ferguson in a situation where he was different from everybody around him, and he just kept on causing, and if he had friends that caused problems, they might, I don't know, have a little issue with that, don't you think?
Yeah, Lachlan causes problems all the time. I understand.
Oh. He causes problems all the time?
Just a little.
Why do you hang out with this Lachlan?
Because he's dreamy.
Aww.
Hmm.
He's
So
a womanizer.
so you just like the way he looks?
I guess.
Okay. Interesting.
But you have other properties. You're not only dreamy, you are strong and handsome and tall.
I
Tall.
I am rather tall. I'll give you that.
That burn though.
Man, us names are getting dissed out here.
At this point, Moby, you arrive in Fireshear to see that there are segments of the town. This town is just simply it's a large mining town. Right along this bay that's kind of carved out, where it's kind of like a pit mine with multiple levels in the bay, where the mining entrances all throughout the bay, with these stone docks inside this. It's kind of like almost like a half crater that's kind of been carved out from the land. And you approach and you can see that several of these structures have been smashed by the giants. Thanks to the group, though, much of the town is pretty safe. You do see that one structure is completely burnt, and still kind of continuing to it's kind of getting to the point where the flames have kind of died down a little bit, and much of the interior has been completely burned out of it.
Is that the only one that's burnt that I can see?
Yeah, that's the only one that's burnt. Yes.
Can I go over to that one first?
Yeah. You head over that way, and you can see it appeared to be it was a stone structure that had a wooden thatched kind of roof, and wooden doors and shutters that kind of closed on the outside. It appears that most of the roof has fallen in. A lot of the materials and things like barrels and crates have been kind of burned up, and there's flames just kind of flickering all around in different areas. A lot of it's just like blackened just scorched materials.
And what's the people situation looking like? Are people coming back into the city, or is it still empty?
They're trickling in. It seems like they're still in the mode of trickling in. You see people kind of like walking around. Some people are just crying as they're kind of standing out there. A couple people are actually on the other side of this burnt structure, just standing there, and it looks like they have all these buckets like laying down on their feet, looking defeated, and just kind of like one guy has his hand like over his face like this, and he's just, they just all look like, what do we do now kind of mindset.
Just gonna keep on Lone Rider style on Mogwai.
Can I get on Malik and try to go find Moby?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and track down the most, let's say, interesting looking person.
Most interesting looking person?
Mhm.
Okay.
Guy with like suspenders and a hat.
Yeah.
Okay, as you are walking around, you can see walking through the area is the most interesting looking person that you can see. Kind of walking around in this long robe with a staff in her hand. It looks like a female dragonborn. That's kind of walking around, kind of just checking on different people, and it seems like she's just kind of walking around, just kind of asking people how they're doing as she's making her way, kind of assessing the situation, assessing the damages of the town.
I'm gonna go up to her, just pop off the back of Mogwai. I see you don't have a bucket in your hands. You're not helping out.
Well, I am helping in a different way. Can't you see the morale of this town has been crushed?
I can see it's literally being crushed, yes.
Yes, that too. And there will be time for us to rebuild, but now we need to lift our spirits to prepare us for that moment.
Well, the giants are gone. Thanks to me and a few others, of course.
And you are?
Oh, we haven't met. That's right. Moby. And I'm gonna reach out, looking for a claw.
she hesitantly reaches out. Moby, well, my name is Darva. I'm one of the members of the Triumvirate.
What exactly is that for someone that's been away for quite a long time?
Well, I am leadership. One of 3. Zalaran and Tharkus are the other 2.
Those names mean nothing to me, but that's good to know. Are they here as well?
Yeah, they're in other parts of the city helping out. Doing what they can. Helping people get out from the depths of the mines where they were seeking shelter. Trying to regroup and gathered villagers that went running through the tundra for their lives. It's been quite a couple of days.
I'm sure it has been. Look, is there someone somewhere like private we could talk, like kind of out of earshot and sight of people?
She kind of looks at you awkwardly and says, "Why?"
I mean, it might be a bit of a sensitive issue at the moment, but I feel like my group should be reimbursed for the help that, we provided to this town.
I was literally just coming to find you for that reason.
She's like, wait a second. Would you look over there? And she points to this family that is just sitting in the...
Oh, should I approach them about getting a reward?
No! Of course
not! Is that what you want me to do?
Of course not! This is ridiculous! Would you look at them? They are simply crushed right now. And you come in here seeking payment.
I think you should be a bit more thankful, because, without the help of us, none of these structures should be standing. You may not even have people to be looking after right now.
I didn't see it with my own eyes. I didn't witness it. How do I know it was
I know.
you?
And we did. We witnessed it.
and that gives me
frankly,
and that
we should be
gives
celebrated.
And that's the means for me to just come out here with a bundle of gold or platinum and just lay it at your feet.
Would I have taken anything from the giants?
I don't know, did you?
Well, I did loot with Callista.
Okay.
Don't you have pieces of the flip-flops of their sandals?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we got a massive flip-flop. Yeah.
So you're gonna get out the massive flip-flop?
Sure.
I want to know where he put it that it's not visible.
You got it like strapped to your
I'll
back. Are you wearing it like a
It's,
backpack?
Mogwai's got it. It's just tucked in between his little reins.
Yeah, you grab it off the back of Mogwai and you just like slam it onto the ground. And she's like, "What does this prove?"
It proves that someone had some pretty big feet.
How do I know that some giant didn't just lose this item and you picked it up and brought it here to me?
I'm gonna attempt to pick it up and
Okay.
push it into this person's face and say, "Smell it."
I am not smelling this sandal.
Smell it.
Get it out of my face.
It's
And
fresh.
she like takes her staff and kind of like knocks the sandal away as you kind of like try to shove it in her face. And as she's like doing that, a large kind of bulky human starts to approach. He looks like he has a large sword over his back. He's wearing some maybe half plate mail armor, and he approaches and he's like, "Is everything all right?" And
Oh, you must be the man to talk to. I'm seeking a reward.
I'm this young lady's bodyguard. And
Okay. Well,
And
perhaps
Darvis
she'll be more helpful than she is.
And Darvis just
Look,
kind of
I
looks.
don't want
looks at you.
gold. Golds. I don't need gold. I don't need electrum. I don't need platinum. I just want some ingots.
Ingots.
Brass, copper, iron. That's all I'm asking for. I know this is a mining town.
She looks over at the bodyguard and she's like, Martine, and what he thinks would be the best way to get ingots is by shoving a large giant sandal in my face. And they both have like he like smiles a little bit and has a little chuckle. He's like, he just looks at you, Moby, and he's just like, move along. We don't have time for this right now.
Okay. Gonna grab the sandal, put it back on Mogwai. I'm gonna go up.
Moby picks up the sandal. You see him like, he's like, as they're watching, he's just like slowly dragging it over to Mogwai. It's like takes him like 3 minutes, and the Darva and the bodyguard are just staring at him the whole time he's doing it.
And how far away are these mines?
The mines? You would just have to go to the bay, so it would just take a few minutes to get over there. I mean, it'd just be kind of like walking a few blocks closer to the ocean.
All right, can I head down there and just wait? Just wait hidden.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Just find a nice little spot.
Callista, go
that's
ahead and
fine.
make a perception check for me.
Oh God.
Oh no, I'm gonna use my natural 20.
Yes.
I
Go
need
ahead
to
and
find you.
go ahead and roll or what is your modifier on top of your natural 20?
It is +4.
+4? Okay, so you rolled a 24. Let's see what Callista can do on her perception check as she starts to get
Are you
near.
gonna make me waste my natural 20 on this? Because I can find you if I use it.
Play all your cards. Leaving you exposed. It's a game of poker.
This is ridiculous.
All right, Callista, what will you do?
You little crap. No, I can't.
Nope. Yeah, you're kind of soaring over. You kind of see the same kind of scene that Moby saw. The people, a lot of people getting back to their houses. Some people coming back to their buildings, houses with this sense of relief as they come back to their house completely unscathed. And then you see some families just absolutely devastated by the destruction that the frost giants dealt. You can also see you see the blue dragonborn with the bodyguard kind of just moving around. No Moby in sight, though, as you kind of fly overhead with Malik.
Just got Moby.
And what we'll do is we'll go back to Diana and the rest of the bunch over here. What would you guys be doing as Callista's searching for Moby, who wandered off yet again?
I'll hop off a Harshnag and tell Wolfen that Harshnag is actually looking for relics in the area, and that we can go to Yartar and Tribor, and he can look for like 3 of them on the way.
Well, that is definitely good news. Well, I was just about to come over and speak with Dashara here to see if she would be able to aid us in heading eastbound, where Callista has left it in my hands while she goes and hunts down Moby.
Sure, that's exactly what I said.
Are these relics valuable?
How fast can small elephants travel?
Harshnag hears what Lachlan says and shouts over, "Very valuable!"
I'm in.
Excuse me, Dashara, my dear, do you have a moment?
And she's kind of finishing up working on Gizzard a little bit. She's like, Kentucky, continue to wrap up this wound. And she kind of steps aside and starts walking alongside you. What can I help you with?
Well, I'm hoping to engage your services for a few days, if we may. We need to travel rather quickly to the east. And if you are willing to aid us and perhaps lead us with your pack of griffins for a few days, we could give you financial recompense.
Well, she kind of looks around and looks at her hovel and looks at her stables still standing. Looks around at all her griffins, even though some of them are hurt. She has a sense of, you can have this feeling like a sense of relief. She looks at you and says, well, if it weren't for all of you, all this, it would have been gone. I'll take you anywhere you need to go.
Aww.
Thank you greatly, my dear. We're seeking to travel to Yartar and Everland in the east. I was told it would be merely a few days' travel by griffin, as they are so swift.
Depending on, well, we do have a couple, and she points over to Gizzard, who's pretty beat up, and what was the other one was Quinn, who got hit by one of the hammers.
I healed them a bit, though.
You healed him a bit. Yeah, they still have Gizzard still, even though you healed him, he's kind of getting bandaged up. Kentucky's kind of just working on kind of strapping a bandage around his back, cat-like leg. And
Who did I?
she looks at you and says, well, it could take us 3 to 4 days to get to either. Yartar would be a little bit closer. Everland is a little bit farther out. Didn't one of your party members say they needed to go to Waterdeep?
It was originally discussed we would head south, but if we head east first, we will have access to faster travel.
I see.
So it has been decided that we head east first, and then upon procuring the other means of travel, then we will be able to get wherever we need to go.
She kind of nods towards you and says, well, that sounds like a fair plan. I'll be honest, I was unsure about all this group's planning throughout the last couple of days. I was afraid that a lot of this was going to get us killed.
It nearly did for a couple of us, but apparently we had some spectre that I thought was my great-grandnephew, but he appears to have vanished once more. So I'm assuming the bird lady he serves has summoned him back.
Yeah, he's kind of an interesting little one.
He is most peculiar since he left us merely a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and said he has been gone for 12 and a quarter years.
Oh, interesting. Well,
unfortunately, Lachlan got his brains from my side of the family. We make no excuses for Moby. It must come from that Spangle Fidget side.
Nice. Oh, she looks at you and is like, yeah, well, I know. I kind of miss being part of a bigger family. I think I'm going to take the Griffins back to Waterdeep. I think I've heard rumor that they're reestablishing the Griffin cavalry. I think they could use some of these Griffins. Maybe not. I may be past my time of being the great Griffin rider that I was before, but maybe I think I can help out where I'm needed. It seems like there's a lot of help that is needed nowadays.
Yes, especially with this thing with the giants rampaging along. Apparently, that big fellow over yonder who is assisting us has advised my niece Ashlyn here that there are giants searching for things in the east that we are going to deal with on the way. But we greatly appreciate your willingness to take us to Everland. It will greatly shorten our trip.
Well, I guess once we get everybody gathered back up, we we'll get our things ready and we'll set off first thing.
Thank you, my dear. And Molfin will reach out and try to clasp one of her hands.
Okay, she'll clasp it back. And you can tell that since all this has transpired, she was kind of a rough, around the edges kind of dwarf whenever you guys first kind of met her. There's a little bit lack of trust towards you guys, but throughout this whole ordeal, she has definitely changed her outlook towards all of you, and you got that sense, Molfin, that she's on board to help you guys out 100%.
Oh, if only we could find where Callista went off to. We have everything prepared for tomorrow.
So, Moby, you are hidden.
And you hear Callista calling your name.
And you can hear Callista calling your name. You're actually kind of in what it appears to be some type of mine cart. And somehow, Mogwai is in the next mine cart. And like just peeking out every once in a while. As you guys both kind of like will peek out every once in a while of your mine cart as you hear Callista calling out to you.
Moby!
Shit. I'm watching the people exit the mine. Is there anyone that's come out alone? Or are they coming out in groups?
A lot of them are coming out in groups because you just see a lot of people there was a lot of people in these mines. So they're coming out in groups of 3, 5, you get a group of 8. I mean, it's kind of like they're really, you see one couple come out, one husband, it looks like a husband kind of got a hand around his wife. His wife is crying, just as they come out. Don't really see anybody that's kind of a loner.
I'm going to turn to Mogwai and just say to him, because I can communicate telepathically, but I choose not to do that. I just speak because I'm psychotic.
Nice.
Well, this is fruitless. Come on. Let's go find Callista.
So you hop out of the minecart. Mogwai tries to hop out, but then just goes boom, slam. The minecart like falls over onto the side as he like rolls out onto the path, and like you see it like startle like a group of people. They're just like, oh, what is that? And,
Nothing to see. Nothing to see.
Callista, you just heard this really long, it sounded like, you remember that bell sound from the helmet it sounded like that.
Yeah.
Something.
I'm gonna head in that direction.
Okay.
Maybe someone needs help. I don't think it's Moby, but I think someone needs help.
I need help.
No, I know.
So Moby, you saddling up and heading back up the little path.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up Mogwai's trunk and then position myself on his back and
putting the giant sandal in your lap.
Yeah.
And as you hear that and you head towards the ocean area, Callista, you can see Moby just like kind of appear up over the edge of where the ramp that leads down to one of the entrances to the mine is. You can see him. He's got a giant sandal in his lap as he...
I'm gonna swoop down.
Okay. Callista swoops down towards Moby.
Why are you over here?
I was trying to get a reward for everyone. I know I really, really tried, but, they weren't having any of it. I showed them this giant flip-flop and nothing. Nothing.
I don't even... Okay, sure. Look, that's part of the reason why I came to find you. I want your help with something.
Oh?
Yeah. So before you got here, Molfin and I kind of had a plan that backfired, but maybe not. I don't know. There was this ship that burned down at the docks, and I have a feeling that whatever the giants have been looting thus far might be at the bottom of the lake in that ship. So, since you want a reward, why don't you go find it? We can return most of the stuff that this city obviously needs, but we can still take some for ourselves.
I'm just mouth open, like nodding.
Good? Yes?
Let's go. Why wait? Come on.
Okay, do you want to just go on your elephant, or do you want to come on the griffin? Do you want me to lead you there?
All right, I'm sitting on top of the elephant, and I click my fingers, and the elephant disappears, and I just fall to the ground.
Wow. Cool.
Okay, I will pick Moby up and put him on Malik with me.
Okay.
And I will fly towards the burned ship.
Are you leaving the giant sandal there on the ground?
Absolutely.
As you got,
Just and a litter bug.
as you're flying away, you hear some little boy in the background say, "Hey, what's this?" He's like standing there next to the giant sandal. So, Callista, are you headed out to where the ship was? Is
Yep.
that where okay.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
you kind of flap down off of the edge of this kind of cliffside where all the entrances to the mine are. You can see the stone docks and the frozen area of this bay. And as you're kind of gliding with Malik over top of the frozen bay, you can see that where the ship once was carved into the ice just a bit. It's no longer visible to you. Presumably sunken.
Yeah. So I'm gonna land on a solid piece of ice so we don't
Okay,
fall in.
Malik lands and kind of slides and glides a little bit to a halt as you guys are there on the ice.
And I will cast water breathing as a ritual, so it takes 10 minutes.
So this is the place?
This is the place.
Okay, do you
Down
You think
there.
it's down there?
Oh, it's definitely down there.
so do you just cast it on yourself, or can it be casted on multiple
No, I
people?
can cast up to 10 people, so I just do it on me and Moby,
Wow, nice.
Well, I'm gonna chuck the hood on of this
just in case.
cloak of the manta ray and just
Oh.
dive in.
Oh,
oh,
sure,
ready.
then I'll just do it on myself.
okay. So you casting it as a ritual? As Moby's
Ritual,
diving right,
yeah.
so it'll take you
That's
10
fine.
minutes, and Moby just said he's
Yeah,
diving
that's
right in.
That's fine.
Okay, so Moby, you jump in and immediately are just overwhelmed by the icy coldness of this water. Does that cloak protect you from cold temperatures?
That's a good question. I didn't think I wrote anything down regarding
I
that.
don't think anything was stated on it doing it.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
I've got a swimming speed up to 60 feet and I can breathe underwater. Nothing about
Nothing about the cold.
coldness.
Okay, go ahead and make a. Let's go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Come on. Oh.
You are just overwhelmed by the coldness of this water. And as you have jumped in, you actually are going to suffer 2 points of cold damage this round. As this bitter cold just overwhelms you. You can breathe just fine with this cloak on. And as you dive in, the water kind of like it even makes the cloak kind of feel more like a cartilage, like cartilage, as you kind of move through the water. Are you going to continue to swim down?
Absolutely.
Okay, I need go ahead and make another Constitution save for me, because it's pretty deep here.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, can I just turn into a hunter shark and dive in?
You sure could.
I'm gonna do that.
All right.
I don't know what he's doing down there, so I'm just gonna dive in as a hunter shark.
Moby, you suffer 4 more points of cold damage as you continue to swim down. And all of a sudden, you hear a splash from up above you. And this massive shark is starting to swim down towards where you're at.
I try to swim faster. Trying to get away from it.
That's right. Moby's swimming as fast as you can. Go ahead and make another Constitution save, Moby. All right. Yeah, the shark has distracted you by how cold the water is. And you're just swimming drastically. Callista, you approach Moby because hunter sharks probably got to swim faster than 60 feet.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
80?
Is
I
it
think
80?
it's 40.
It's only 40? So Moby can
Yeah.
move faster than you? He can move faster than
Somehow.
a shark in the water?
Somehow.
Wow.
D&D is weird.
Yeah.
Just like how like cats don't have dark vision, D&D needs to up their
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I wasn't sure about that. Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. But
Hunter
that's fine.
Wait,
shark.
Hexavi don't have dark vision?
They don't.
No,
Cats don't,
regular
no.
cat.
Yeah, hunter
Like my
sharks.
familiar can't see in the dark.
Hunter shark's swim speed is only 40 feet. So Moby, you are outrunning this shark, out swimming this shark.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
To the bottom. And Callista, you just kind of keep on his tail. You can see like the bubbles and the coming from
That's
Moby
fine.
as he
We're gonna hit the bottom soon enough, so
And
I'm looking behind my shoulder, just like making sure it's not gaining on me.
all right, one more Constitution save for me, Moby.
Oh.
And with that, you unfortunately suffer 4 more points of cold damage as
Oh
you
my
continue to
take it.
freeze.
I'll take it.
And after all this swimming, you start to see just this hint of the light of this ship, this long ship that looks like it's been completely scorched on the top, just blackened by what appears to be just a terrible fire. The broken mast like laying beside it, charred remains of what looks like the sail, and just things just laying down there on the ocean floor. And you're approaching this long ship, and that's where we're gonna take a break.
When the Kraken attacks.
I think because the hunter shark is a large creature, it can't move that fast.
That might be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be it. Before we take a break, I wanted to let everybody know. I wanted to do this at the beginning of this stream, but I forgot. I wanted to let you guys know that just a huge another shout out to Christy for the character art for the upgraded Moby. And,
Oh my god.
and the character art for Ashlyn that she had
I
completed
love
this
mine
week.
so much.
It is
You're
amazing.
welcome. Glad you guys like it.
I wish I had Ashlyn's abs.
I know,
I
right?
was like, I was like,
I wish
that
I
was-
had Ashley.
that was awesome. But yeah, you guys will be able to. You guys will be able to see that artwork featured in our during our commercial break. So those will be updated in that commercial break. So make sure you check those out. Christy did an amazing job, and she worked so hard on those.
Bestest ever.
And
Thanks,
if you can give her some just give her a thumbs up and just a shout out on Twitter or any other social media sites for that awesome artwork. So we
We'll
love
her
it, Christy.
unconditionally.
Oh, absolutely. So want to make sure you guys do that. I did upgrade the tokens, so I got that all situated.
love it.
And we should be good to go from
Yeah,
there
it's
on.
amazing.
Don't forget,
Oh my God.
we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. So stick with us. We'll see you guys soon.
TB, he was given it by the Raven Lady.
Tuberculosis.
That's
She gives diseases.
that's a great way to go back live. Thank you for that, Matthew, and welcome back, everybody, to episode 33. This is Storm King's Thunder, a proficiency bonus, and where we last left off, Moby was wearing his cloak of the manta ray and headed down to the bottom of this bay area looking for the sunken longship. With Callista transformed as a hunter shark following behind. So I'm getting an echo from somebody, I'm not sure.
That would be
It's
me.
us.
Hello. I'm
Alright.
gonna mute myself.
Alright. So as you're headed down there, Moby, you start to see the longship, and you can see all around kind of the back area of the longship there are some flickers of shiny coins.
Ooh.
And are all kind of scattered around in the area. What would you like to do, Moby, as you approach first?
I'm gonna look behind me to see the sharks on my tail. How far away it is.
Sharks drifted back a little bit from you, but is still headed your way.
All right. As quickly as I can, I'm gonna scoop up some coins, just shove them down my pants.
Okay, you grab a handful of coins. You get like a lot of the slushy just the nastiness from the ocean floor as well. You're just like kind of shoving it into your pants. And then after doing that for a little while, the hunter shark approaches. Callista, what would
Can I
you...
retcon and say I'm a purple shark? to help him?
Yeah, you could be a purple shark. Sure. It's hard to see. The water's really dark right here anyway,
Yeah.
so you're going to be kind of like a bluish purple looking shark as you
That's
approach.
fine.
So what would you guys like to do?
Yeah, when I get down there, I want to kind of, I guess, investigation check to see if I find anything that looks more valuable than just coins.
Okay, sure. Would you use the shark's stats for this?
Let me check. I think
can't-
so.
Can't remember how.
You're
it's-
wild shaped, so you should use your own
You should-
intelligence.
Oh,
use
right, it's not
yours.
polymorph. I use my own.
Your own intelligence. Okay, go ahead and make a standard regular investigation check then.
I will use my nat 20.
All right, fantastic. Do me a favor, and I want you to roll a D100 for me
Okay.
as you expend your D20. There goes everybody. It is gone. Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Ooh. As you're kind of swimming your sharky self around down there, you can see that the chest that Mulfin, you recognize this chest that Mulfin was digging through. Now parts of it seem to have been burnt and broken and off to the side. You can see that the lid is kind of hanging open. It's on its side. And you can see that there's this little shimmery glow coming from what appears to be some type of necklace that Mulfin somehow must have missed while he was frantically shoving all this coinage into his bag.
I'm gonna try and scoop it up with my mouth.
Okay.
Ow!
You scoop by and you
Nom,
get this,
nom, nom.
and it's just nasty,
Gently.
some nasty tasting dirt and some
That's fine.
some bits of wood from the longship that you get caught in your mouth as well. But you're pretty confident that you've been able to scoop it up. Moby's continuing to. Are you just continuing to shove coins in your pants?
How intimidating does this shark look? Is it still on me?
I'm not even looking at you, bro.
The
You see me go straight for like the chest.
you thought the shark was coming after you, but it appears the shark is somehow it likes to devour mud and wood for some reason. The broken wood from the bottom. It doesn't seem to be interested in taking any bites out of the little gnome.
All right, I'm gonna take some time to make my own investigation check and take
Okay.
some more damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and scoop up any other like shiny things in my mouth as well.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of scoop up a couple coins, but you got to be careful because every time you kind of open your mouth to scoop up more, there's a danger that you might drop something else.
Can I use my tongue to hold the hold the necklace while I'm like scooping everything else up.
Sure. Just don't choke on it.
I
Don't
won't
swallow it and
choke.
choke.
I'll be good. I'll be good.
All right, Moby, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
I'm just going to toss out here. We now have a movement going. Bring back Moobot.
Bring back Moobot?
Yep, we need it back.
Autobot
matron.
stopped Stumpy from trying to help.
Our fair matron.
Bring back
Although that might have been
Moobot.
a good thing. I don't know what he was trying to do to help. That could have been an entrance.
All right, 34. As you're kind of like snooping around and getting some of these coins, underneath some of the rubble, you do find what looks like a quiver that's kind of designed with some, just kind of ornately designed, and it has these 3 arrows with these brightly colored feathers on the back of them within the quiver.
I'll take those. I know someone who can use those.
Okay.
Wait, longbow or crossbow?
Looks like regular like longbow arrows, not the crossbow bolts.
I'll grab
Oh,
one.
you look so sad.
And go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw for me, Moby.
Oh, for sure.
Callista doesn't have to make these because she's a shark.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're just so intrigued by these new discoveries that the cold. You're almost getting used to it. It's like your body is just so numb. You're numb to the pain. And once you guys kind of continue you guys just trying to get as many coins and things as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, like Super Mario.
Okay. Perfect. Molfin, when you originally dug all those coins into your coin purse, how many of the gold and silver did you retrieve?
Oh, let me flip back a page.
That's in our loot thing anyway, I think.
Yeah. Let me just double check.
I think
No one told. Molfin didn't tell anyone how much he got.
Yes, he did.
Total?
He told Callista, didn't he?
No.
Oh.
I think I might have given a few of them away. I can't remember, but it's 450 gold and 1,500 silver.
450 gold and 1,500 silver is what you got?
Oh wait, hold on. Why do I have 2 numbers wrote down here?
I think the first one was the total amount that was in the chest, but you weren't able to get the
Okay,
whole
so
amount.
that was the total. So okay, and this number on the left is what I got. Okay, so 375 gold and 900 silver.
Oh, then we didn't write it down.
And 900 silver?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Yep.
No, the 400 was from before, I think.
Oh. What about
We've
the
all-
525?
Okay.
That's in Callista's. I don't think Callista told anyone about that.
But,
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Callista and Molfin have both looted a whole bunch of money and nobody knows.
Oh.
The
Right, Callista
400.
knows-
I'm pretty sure you guys know about the 400 though at the bottom. And I think I said that was for like party loot,
Okay.
but I just put it in mine because I was just writing it down.
So you guys head back to the surface after seemingly getting most of what you can see available. It gets tougher because as you guys are like pulling coins out of the dirt from the bottom of the seafloor, it
Yeah,
kind of creates
silt.
that cloud and silt that kind of. So it gets kind of harder to see as you guys are going about. So once you guys are confident with the amount that you've got, you start heading back up to the top. Moby, I need you to go ahead and make 4 Constitution saves for me as you're swimming back to the top.
Oh, dear.
I want to be underneath him in case he like drops unconscious or something.
Okay. Success, fail, success, fail. So you will take 2 more d6, 1 and 3. So you take a total of 4 points of cold damage on your ascent back to the top. And as you guys get there, Moby, you're able to just kind of breach the surface of the water right next to where the ice kind of meets the ocean.
Just scramble out as quickly as possible.
All right, you scramble out, pull the hood back off of your head. Callista, you're able to get up,
I'm
and
going.
your
I'm gonna
fin,
dash.
your
I'm
fin
gonna
kind of
dash
rises.
and kind of like jump out. And as I'm jumping out, I'm gonna switch form and land on the ice.
Whoa! Epically, the hunter shark just launches into the air, Moby. Right behind you, you can hear this enormous splash of water as this plume of water just rises up behind you.
I'm just watching as it flies over the top of me.
Yeah. It's like slow motion. You catch it. It's like
Free Willy.
it's like a silhouette over your head with the sunlight.
Free Willy moment.
And she transforms immediately, does like this front flip and lands on the ice, kind of gliding right behind you. In this epic moment.
I sit up and I cough out a bit of water.
Are you okay?
I don't think I had the hood on all the way fully.
Are you hurt? Do you need healing?
Oh no, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna like touch myself on the chest and do lay on hands for the full amount of health I lost, which is 14 points.
Yeah, you can see the tips of Moby's fingers, are, like almost turning a little bluish purple.
I'm gonna light my hands on fire, let them warm up, and then I'll snuff the flames and kind of like hold his hands and like get them warm.
All right, yeah, that definitely feels better, Moby. As you get a little bit of heat. Callista, you were able to scoop up 15 gold pieces and 110 silver pieces from the ocean floor. Moby, you were able to scoop up 45 gold pieces and 300 silver pieces. It was a little bit easier for you to store them in your pants than it was for Callista to kind of scoop them up in her mouth.
How much silver pieces? Sorry.
110.
110.
I got that Free Willy moment stuck in my head now.
I know.
Throwing his hand up like, yeah! You launch over top of the wall.
So good.
Well, we'll see you later, Stumpy. Love you too. Have a good night.
Stumpy, love you.
Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
While Callista's got my hands, I'm just gonna look at her and say, "We don't tell anyone about this, right? Like this is ours."
Yeah, just between me and you.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So what will you guys do?
I want to cast at will detect magic on this necklace.
Okay. Yes.
Can
You got a if it was like a radar going off, this is definitely something that is illuminating magical energy.
What type of magic? Should
Good.
tell me the school.
Good question. Evocation.
Now, Michael, if I cast Prestidigitation, can I make myself look dry?
Yeah.
You can make yourself dry.
Yeah, you can make
All
yourself
right.
dry. Yeah.
Good. I'll do that so I don't look wet, like I've just been diving into an ice bath.
Okay.
Did you get anything good?
This necklace.
I got these arrows. Not that I can
Ooh.
use them.
Maybe Ashlyn could.
I've never
Does
seen a roll
the
of arrows
arrows?
before.
Does anything that Moby's holding detect magic either?
Oh, yes. The arrows are beaming with magical energy as well.
Ooh, those are some special arrows, Moby.
The
Maybe I'll sell them.
Callista, the necklace looks like it's kind of like a golden chain. And from the front of the chain, there is like these smaller chains that dangle down in the front. And there's these reddish orange kind of little, they look like gems, but they're these circular orbs that just hang from the front of the necklace.
Ooh.
It's quite beautiful.
Well, that was
I'm-
fun. We should do that more often.
I agree. I haven't used that spell before, so I guess I didn't really need it. Now that I think
haven't
about
used
it.
that cloak before. I've been wearing it for 13 years.
Right. Wow. You've had it that long and you haven't needed to use it.
I've patched it up a few times, and you can see where I've like sewn little patches onto it.
What happened, by the way? Why are you so beat up when you came back?
Well, there's a distinct lack of water in the Shadowfell.
No, I mean your
Very dry
hands. Like your
place.
hands were burned and you got scars on your arms. What happened?
Just in the workshop.
What were you doing in the
building,
workshop?
crafting. Oh, all sorts of things. Just practicing.
Practicing what?
Building, crafting, tinkering.
Tinkering.
Things that gnomes do.
No, I don't know. I don't know very many about
Oh,
gnomes.
now you know.
Uh,
And I'm gonna just kind of hide my hands away a little bit. Just put them in my pockets.
Can I insight check to make sure that's all it was?
Sure. In Callista, there are those orbs that are hanging from the necklace. There are 4 of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty good there, Moby.
Should I make a roll?
You can if you think you can. If you think you can beat it.
I can beat it.
Okay.
I just need to roll well.
Roll well.
Roll like crap.
Out with the truth, Moby.
As he's tucking his hands away, you see like these little sleeves just raise up a little bit higher, and you can see like the burns continue kind of up his arms, just in like these little patches. It's not just on the hands.
Moby,
Yep.
do you want to tell me
The
what
workshop.
really happened while you were gone?
Like it's been a long time. It's been, a really long time for me. And,
I know.
It was a strange, albeit interesting place. And the Raven Queen taught me a lot, but she's not a forgiving mistress.
Did she do that to you?
Maybe she's gonna go silent.
I'm gonna kneel down so I'm like eye to eye with him. Moby, what happened? You can talk to me.
It's good to see you all again.
And it's good to see you, but she was hurting you all this time?
No, I wouldn't say hurting. Just it's all part of the learning process.
I wouldn't call that learning or teaching.
Oh, I learned a lot.
Did you do something to make her angry?
Do I do things that make you angry?
When you disappear for a long time, yes.
You have your answer.
But I don't burn you. I have the means doesn't mean I want to do it.
You're not a god.
No, I'm not. That
Anyway,
doesn't
we
make
can
it
talk
right.
about this later. I've had a long trip. I'm tired. And I got all this gold I need to hide from everyone else, and I need to find little crafty places to put it. I'm fine, and I just pat Callista on the hands. It's all good.
You promise you'll tell me later?
Maybe.
Is that the best I'm getting out of you?
Yep. And I walk away. I'm gonna click my fingers, and Mogwai comes back.
Please no. We're gonna be
Click your fingers and Mugwai appears.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll
And you're-
get back on Malik.
And you guys head back to the rest of the group.
Yep.
Along the way, I'm like shoving coins in my all the pockets I have in my boots.
Yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on Moby now.
Okay. So as you're kind of flying above Moby, you guys can see that the rest of the group is kind of gathering things together back at the place. Matthew, what check would that be? What save?
I think you're muted.
Let me double check. Strength save.
All right, Moby, I need you to make a strength save as you start to approach the rest of the group.
That is gonna fail.
So all of a sudden, this earthen hand just erupts from the ground beside Mogwai, and it just grips you and holds you into place. Does it do damage?
I can have it as an action crush him, but I'm not looking to crush him. It's just
Okay, it just kind of grips you and holds you in place, and the hand kind of like moves you in the direction of where Mulfin is, just so you can just face Mulfin.
Wolfen's gonna walk
This is a
over.
new type of hug.
Slow with the staff. Moby, you show up after 2 weeks, claiming to have been gone
12
for
years,
over
3
12
months.
years,
12 years, 3 months. 2 weeks,
and
not
then
12.
disappear again. Not a word, not nothing. But Ashlyn, Diana, how long has he been gone?
12 years, 3 months.
They both have the same
No,
expression.
since we last saw him. But how long has it been since he wandered off? Like an hour?
Oh, this
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
This time was here.
It may have been a couple hours, no more than that, probably.
You have been missing for a number of hours. Did you not
I had
think
my-
that to do to everyone?
What? What are you talking about? I had my Kara with me. I'm going to point at Callista.
What? You knew of this.
Yeah, he was just in town, looking to help people, like Moby does.
I'll wink at Muffin.
Muffin just
Callista, go
drops
make a
down.
deception check, please.
I go, oh, Moby, looks so nice of you.
I'm a pretty nice guy.
I'm just gonna.
all of your passives and insights are higher than that, so you guys kind of.
Why'd you say that, Michael?
I rolled for it. So
Okay.
Wolfen, everyone else sort of thinks something's up. Wolfen's not paying attention.
Even Ashlyn knows.
Ashlyn knows, but usually she usually just shrugs it off, right?
Yeah, who cares?
Wolfen's going to drop concentration on the spell.
All right, the
Don't
earth and grass
wander
kind of
off
crumbles and
again.
dissipates.
Gonna straighten up my my cloak.
Callista, we have arranged travel via Dashara, who has offered to assist us in getting to Everland. We leave in the morning.
And Harshank's coming with us.
You hear Harshnag
Oh.
go, "Yeah!"
Yeah.
How is he
And-
gonna? He
I don't
can't,
wanna.
he can't fly.
Yeah, but he can walk.
He can run.
Oh my.
It'll be fine.
I'll be on his
Okay.
shoulder. It'll be fine.
Okay, so
I'll
we're going
keep up
straight.
with the giant.
We're going straight to Everland then.
We should stop at Yarder on the way.
We can see when we're en route. See what it looks like there.
We can
Well, he's
stop
got a
at
couple
Daggerford on the
things on his
way.
map that he wants to look at on the way.
We
and
will get to
on the way
Daggerford
to Garter
after we
is
get.
on there.
Yeah, we will
Oh.
get to Daggerford after we get the transportations we need.
Guys, should we not ask for some kind of reward for,
Who
disposing
needs
of?
a reward?
Reward.
That's a good
Are you
idea. We should
kidding
ask
me?
for a reward.
Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
we really should. We should.
We are.
She's just like rubbing her temple.
We are called to serve and protect. We are not
Yeah,
called
here we go.
to extort like mercenaries. We are not the Zhentarim.
Oh no, we had the chance to serve at that dinner, and we chose not to.
Diana,
This
were
is
you
our
saying
plan.
that kind of loud?
Yes.
Kentucky kind of shoots you a look.
Ooh, Kentucky better not. I am not the one you want to mess with right now.
Kentucky immediately
No,
looks
I wanna
away.
see the Zhentarim.
He's like,
oh.
you see him, you hear him. He like kind of, he just starts like walking away after you glare at him. He's like, I wonder if I can find my banjo. And he just starts looking around.
Moby, you are
burn your
not going to
banjo. I'll
get
break
anything
your
from these
banjo.
people. The leadership of this village, Savin was telling us, is nothing more than a decrepit group of wealthy individuals who care nothing but to lining their own pockets.
This
If
is
you
true.
have coin to pay them, they will give you what you want.
We could
We are
rob
not
them.
offering
Yeah.
coin.
Why
Unless
do we
you-
rob them?
We can rob them and give their wealth back to the poor.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're talking some
Yes,
sense.
because we can rob them, give the money to the people in their own city, and then leave, so that they can come through and murder the people who have the money because they found it on their possession.
Not if we murder them first.
That's why we keep it, and then nobody gets murdered.
I
Where are we
don't
gonna
know where this went.
Callista, help me. When did I become the voice of reason in this group?
I don't know.
I can be the voice of reason.
Okay. Everyone calm down. Calm down.
No?
It's okay, Ashlyn. Look.
Look. I think that I should be the voice of reason in this group. Because I am qualified.
I vote
Yeah.
yes.
You guys hear
Ashlyn, you are
Harshnag
You are
says,
far too tall.
I agree.
That's 2 votes.
Ashlyn,
I
I will
as
vote
well.
for you,
Look,
but I
3
need a
votes.
small favor first.
Okay.
Tiny favor. Tiny favor.
Okay.
I need you to get me some ingots, and in return, I'll give you these 3 arrows.
I like arrows, but I don't know what ingots mean.
Lachlan, you're clever. Go help her out. Come on.
Where did you get those
Please,
arrows?
Please.
Yes, Moby, where did those come from?
I
Yeah.
found them on the way to town.
Okay.
What?
Lachlan, let's go get ingots.
Wait, Moby, where are you finding stuff all over town? Are there places to go look?
Well, I did have a chat with what was her name again?
Oh,
The blue one
Sorry,
with the
guys.
scales.
Darva.
You met Darva.
Hello?
Yeah, she
Yes.
rudely handed them over.
On the way to town from Darva? One of the rich people that doesn't like to share?
Yeah, I have
That
quite
is
a.
precisely who he's claiming gave it to him.
I'm gonna need
had a
a
good chat.
deception
We're
check
good
because my
friends.
insight is 22. So
Oh.
Jeez.
Moby, would you mind if I took a look at those arrows for a moment?
Lachlan, let's go sneak around town and see what we can find.
Okay.
Alright, but as long as you give them right back, because I need to go to Ashland.
Well, of course, I really want to examine them for arcane properties.
Yeah, have a look.
Yes, I found my banjo.
I would like to throw a sacred flame at the banjo.
Go ahead.
Oh God!
Diana's
Wolfen is
gonna
walking
burn
away
First
from this.
Marvin, now Kentucky.
Did you
Can
okay.
I?
Yeah, it doesn't make a dexterity saving throw because it's a banjo. So he holds up his banjo. He's like, I found my banjo. And then all of a sudden it ignites in this yellow and white holy flame. And he just like watches as it scorches and it just falls to this crumbled to ash.
No one likes you, Zhentarim.
Jesus.
What is wrong with you? And he just walks away.
I don't like you.
I'm gonna spend some time with the ritual to find out about these arrows.
Okay. Excellent.
I have
And-
also put on the necklace, and I'm attuning to it.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm
I
standing
did that
around
before I
Molten,
got
like,
here.
being extra jumpy. Like I'm just like touch my arm, like scratching my shoulder a lot, like jumping about a bit. Like Moby's been like really bouncy since he's been back. Just like he's really energetic. Just
Okay.
constant energy.
So, in Lachlan and Ashlyn are headed back towards town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stealthing and seeing what we can see.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
looking for ingots.
So you, basically, Callista, you're taking a short rest to attune to this.
Yeah.
And Mulfin, you discover during your identify, you're using it as a ritual. So in about 10 minutes, you find out these are basically +1 arrows.
Nice.
So when used in ammunition and a bow, it gives you +1 to hit, +1 damage. So you have 3 of those that someone could use if they would like to. Callista, when you finish attuning to this necklace, you can feel as you're attuning to it. Well, actually, you know what? You don't even. This is an item you don't need to attune to. You can just wear it.
Oh, okay.
But you would have to spend some time to. With it, you probably have to use identify on that, right?
figure it
Is that the
out.
way it works?
I'd walk and
If you
sit
attune
by
to it,
myself.
you kind of automatically identify it. But I think you would have to use an identify spell probably or a ritual.
Could I do Arcana on it? Try to gauge a little bit of it?
You're probably only going to get the knowledge that you already know with the detect
Okay.
magic. But you know that Mulfin can identify things.
Yeah, I want to wait till everyone calms down, though.
Okay. Okay. Diana, what would you be doing during this? After you torch the banjo.
Normally I would go and help with villagers, but I'm just, going through the cycle of anger and then depression and then denial and then anger again.
You mean
So
like
she's probably- I
death?
think we just went through anger. We're back to depression. Diana's gonna sit and sulk. No.
Okay.
Okay.
When
Diana.
Molfin's done identifying these arrows, I'm gonna grab them, put the quiver like on my back, and walk over to Diana and say, "Ooh, that reminds me, I made something for you. Hang on. I'm going through, like rifling through my bag. I pull out a little.
All the time, Molfin is cursing at you and Gnomish for being rude.
I pull out a little harmonica.
Oh
Here.
my god, I just gave myself a harmonica. I'm not even kidding.
Give it a blow. It'll make you feel better. Trust me.
My whole, like, the place that found me and raised me when my home village kicked me out, just all got murdered. I don't know how a harmonica is gonna make me feel much better.
When I was down in the dumps in the Shadowfell, this would always bring me back up.
Okay. I'll just do a little and blow into the harmonica.
All right, make a performance check.
Oh, goodness.
And probably without your proficiency bonus. I don't think you're proficient with that. So I'm not sure.
No.
Okay.
Performance. I have a +1.
Yeah, no, not bad. Actually, Diana starts to play a tune. Would it be a sad, somber kind of tune to go with your mood currently? It's kind of hard to play sad and somber on a harmonica, I think, but
It's got a little bit of pep.
it got a little pep to it.
It's like the blues, like do 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 do.
A little bit of hope that she's just
And there you go.
There's some harmonica.
Nice. I love it.
See, you're a natural. Look how good you are at it. Keep it up, you'll be playing on the streets in no time.
So
I know, always wanted to be a bard.
There you go. Lachlan and Ashlyn, eventually you approach the town of Fireshear. It seems like more people have started to fill the streets and are
Crowd.
kind of putting things back together, trying to get things
Yeah.
situated and cleaned up. What would you guys
I
like to
don't
do?
know what we're looking for.
We need to find ingots. I bet if we can find a smelter, they'll probably have some ingots that they're making.
I don't know what that is either, but I'll follow
Like
you.
a place where they melt metal.
Okay, I got you.
So look for chimneys and stuff.
All these houses have chimneys.
Crap.
That's so good. So you guys are just sitting there staring at each other, staring at the chimney.
All right, you go first.
Okay. Does it look like the layout of the town is oriented around, like, is there like industrial district or anything? Or
You know, Lachlan, for Fireshear is really chaotic and sporadically aligned. Like these structures don't really have much of a. It looks like they just started building these igloo-shaped things just in areas, and there's really no rhyme or reason to it. Streets just run in interesting patterns and ways. It's kind of a mess, truthfully.
This is gonna be harder than I thought. Are there any people that look kind of like they would be, minor laborer types? I imagine there are, right?
Oh yeah, there are plenty. I mean, most of the adults, men and women, work in the mines here. So almost about everyone that you approach will be a miner.
Mm-hmm. I want to cast Disguise Self and make myself look like a miner.
Okay. So, like,
Can I ask for clarification on which one?
Yeah.
Where's Chris Hansen when you need him?
Oh yeah. What do you look like? How are you just? Because there's
Sure,
there's dwarves. There's rock gnome miners here. There's
Yeah, I'm going rock gnome. I want to
Rock
definitely
gnome.
have a bit of
He's dressed like me.
exactly like JJ looks right now,
Right,
but with like dirt and gristle and stuff. you know?
Gotcha. Okay.
JJ looks like a newsie.
Looks like a what?
A newsie.
How do you not
Oh
know
my
Newsies?
god! Oh my god! He died.
All right.
I love
So-
that musical.
So with your
Yeah.
new look, Lachlan,
Has Batman in it.
Mhm.
All right, I want to find somebody who looks like a mining type. Want to walk up to him.
okay, yeah, you walk up to this adult dwarf male with a large beard, and he's kind of picking some stones up and kind of moving them from a crumpled building, a crumpled structure. Just kind of helping out. Looks like he's helping out a neighbor, kind of put the pieces back together.
Hey there, buddy.
Oi! You come to help?
Oh, yeah, but I'm supposed to melt down some of this metal so we can use it for repairs. Where do I do that?
What? You gotta melt down metal?
Yeah, I've got some ore in my backpack here. I want to melt it down so we can use it for some repairs.
Oh, we don't melt the metal here. Don't you remember?
Oh yeah, silly me. I pat him on the shoulder.
You sure you don't want to help?
I will in a moment. I have to go.
You have to, what? You have to go where?
Tell the boss something. I have to tell the boss a thing.
Oh.
I look over at Ashlyn.
The boss.
Good seeing you. I started like,
He's just starts walking away. That's awesome.
I
So you,
whisper, that was great.
yeah. Thanks. I don't think they have ingots in this town.
go ahead and make an intelligence check, Lachlan.
Sure.
Actually, Ashlyn, if you want to make one as well, you can.
Of course, I'm echoing again.
Ashlyn, you have no idea. But Lachlan, you kind of gauging the situation and from the time that you spend in Fireshare, you think that they just take this raw ore and basically they just ship it out raw and let wherever they're shipping it to, they do most of like post-production, turn it into ingots or whatever else they want to make it into. It doesn't seem like they do any of that here. Like they just basically take these raw chunks of ore and just immediately take them down, put them in the storage crates, put them on the ships, and ship them out.
Fair enough. Then I'm gonna. Hey, Ashlyn, let's go talk to Moby.
Okay. I'm with you.
All right. So eventually, Ashlyn and Lachlan return.
I'm still a minor.
I would have went over to Molfin.
Lachlan's still looking like what JJ looks like now, with like dirt all over his
Yeah.
face and stuff like that.
I would have went over to Molfin with the necklace and also the mace that has like a heart or something like rubies on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I forgot about that too. So I was like, hey,
Oh.
I'm just gonna bring the two of them over and be like, oh, I forgot about these from the Giant's loot. Can you check them for me, Molfin? You're muted again.
Oh, Remit, I seem to have a frog in my throat.
You okay?
Of course I will check him for you, my dear. It will take me a short while.
That's okay. I can wait. I'll sit beside him.
Do me a favor. Keep Moby away from me. He seems to be a little jumpy. He was leaping all about when I was trying to check out some arrows he claimed Dava gave him.
Yeah, I think we should keep a closer eye on him since he's been back.
You look
I'm
over at
worried.
Moby and he's got a cooking pot out and he's like looking in it and he puts it on his head.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit and watch Moby and make sure he doesn't do anything too crazy.
I like the look.
That's something Ashlyn would do.
I know,
Ashlyn
I'm
takes
getting concerned.
Ashlyn
so.
who takes a cooking pot and puts it on her head.
Michael,
Oh my
what time of day is it?
It's roughly like probably like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay, Molfin's not going to bother doing these as a ritual. He's just going to burn them and do them instantly.
Okay.
Okay, so the necklace and the mace, is that what
Yeah.
we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, the mace is called the Fist of Tharomon.
Oh man.
It is a rare magical mace, magical weapon. It has a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls that you make with it.
Nice.
It also has 7 charges in which you can expend 1 charge to add an additional 1d6 radiant damage to the attack. You can spend 2 charges to add an additional 2d6 damage, radiant damage, to an attack. And if the creature you're attacking is undead and under 25 hit points when you hit with that strike, it automatically is destroyed.
Wow.
If it does not have under 25 hit points, it must make a DC, I believe it's a 12, DC 12 saving throw against the kind of like being the frightened spell.
Mm.
And it will be frightened from you for 1 minute until
amazing.
it can make the check.
Would have been really useful against the zombies.
Well, Callista, this is what he said.
This could be good for Diana, I think.
Does it refill at the end of each day, or?
It does. The thing about this that you know too, Molfin, is that if you expend all of the charges, there is a % chance that the weapon could crumple to dust and not recharge the next morning.
So when I'm explaining it to Callista, get to the end, And Callista, be careful with the charges on this. If it becomes expended completely, there's a high likelihood that it will explode
So
and
as long
cause
as there's,
a rather sizable amount of damage in the immediate vicinity.
well, as long as we keep one charge in it, it should be fine.
Well, yes, but it is not for me to use, so as it is yours, I am warning you.
Okay. I think I'm gonna give this to Diana.
Make sure to warn her. It would be
I will warn her
unfortunate
and
for
give
her
her
to
all
be
the...
exploded.
Right. I think she can handle herself.
And, Molfin,
Maybe some days.
Molfin, the necklace is actually a necklace of fireballs.
I knew it.
A wondrous rare item. It has 4 beads that hang from it that can be taken off and thrown up to 60 feet, in which when it detonates, when it hits its target, it sprouts into a level 3 fireball spell. You can take multiple of these marbles and throw them together, increasing the spell's intensity by 1 level. So if you actually take the whole necklace and whip it, that is the 6th level fireball spell
Wow.
that will go off upon impact.
Okay.
This is a
Fire sheet.
most wonderful find, Callista. Where did you find this necklace? As Molfin hands it over to her.
I found it with the giant's loot. Not a lie.
I wonder where they stole it from. There must be some repository for magical items in the towns.
Or it could have came from a different town.
Potentially.
We did see on the map that they had hit other cities, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the past, like, it looks like they've
Right.
made multiple trips to different places. Looks like they've been
Okay.
picking up the pace when it comes to raiding lately.
Okay. Interesting.
All right. So this
Would
interesting.
Lachlan and Ashlyn know that this means that it's in the water?
What's in the water?
That the loot's in the water?
Um,
Would we know this?
Ashlyn would have seen the. You guys both saw it on the boat on fire, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you could presume that the boat sunk. I think Molfin was the only one that actually seen. Well, and
Yeah,
Callista were the
Molfin.
only 2 that actually seen treasure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I watched Molfin scramble it up while I was trying to get him off the boat.
Right. Everybody else was trying to get out of there at the time.
And I would have had it all too if it wasn't for you screwy drow and your creepy griffin too.
Hey, I saved your butt. Don't even.
Awesome. So Lachlan and Ashlyn approach back up to you guys. Lachlan's still looking like a miner.
Howdy there.
You there, who are you?
Ha! I'm gonna be 10. Ha! This is my friend, Bachlan.
Make a deception check, Ashlyn.
Lachlan.
Make a deception check with disadvantage because of that.
Bachlan.
Oh man, deception. Okay.
3.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even need an insight. I mean, I will, but sure. Yeah, I'm
I
fine.
have to roll because even when last time Diana deceived me and I tried to roll inside, I rolled like a 1 and she rolled
I
like
know,
a 2.
True. Bachlan,
Bachlan,
huh?
you say it. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
What do you want?
I'm just here to tell Moby over here that we don't have any down.
Oh, boy. Moby was seeking to obtain ingots from someone in town.
Oh, was I supposed to say that out loud?
Hello, Bachlan.
Come over here.
Maybe comes over, he's like clicking his fingers. Wow, it's amazing how this works.
Can I just grab Moby's hand and stop him?
Yeah. Callista just grabs your hand.
Still trying to click.
It's like,
What did you need me for?
Why is this Backlund character coming to discuss ingots with you?
I don't know who Backlund is. Interesting name, though. Oh, Ashlyn. Did you find anything? Anything over there?
No, sorry.
Ah,
It's in another town, though.
did they say which town?
No.
Well, I'm sure you can find what you seek in Everland when we arrive there in a few days.
Or Yarder. I say as Backlund.
Malfish is going to reach out and try to, palm his head.
Who, Backlund?
Yes.
That's not very nice. You don't even know Backlund.
I guess
That's
your
what
hand would probably go through
Go
my
right through, because it's yeah.
Yeah, are you like a human like form?
I think I'm a rock.
Oh yeah, you're
gnome.
rock gnome. Yes, yeah. So it would probably hit you. Yeah. It's weird though. Whenever you like do that, like it goes like your hand goes like right through his hat. It's like.
Hey, look, aim for roughly where the nose is.
Why'd you do that, Graves?
Bloody fool. Well,
Ashlyn, thanks for trying. Here, I have these for you. And
Oh, you
Take
can
the
keep them
back.
since I didn't find anything.
oh no, I
Yeah.
really don't want these or have any use for them. So please take
Oh,
them.
okay. Well, thank you then.
What did you say they were, Molten?
I didn't. You ripped them out of my hand and ran away.
Oh yeah,
You
well
told me.
you can let Ashlyn know.
What are these, Uncle Muffin?
I run back over to Mogwai.
These are magical arrows. They do additional damage when shot at fluffy pink elephants.
But I don't want to shoot a fluffy pink elephant.
Oh, my dear, it is merely jest at young Moby. They are magical arrows. If you manage to strike, they give you an enhanced ability to strike your enemies, and if you manage to strike, they will do an enhanced amount of damage.
Thank you, Uncle Muffin. Thank you, Moby.
I will sit beside Diana and hand her the mace. I think this would do you some good,
Should always carry mace.
Yeah.
especially for guys.
It is a mace of Zhentarim blocking.
There you go.
And I will tell her what it does in terms of the undead and the charges, and not to use all the charges. I think you're muted, honey.
Yeah, I think you might be muted. Zos. There you go.
She is getting to be as old as I am. She seems to have a frog or some other small reptilian creature in her throat.
Well, she was yelling earlier, so maybe it's that.
No, still can't hear you, girl.
She's
Are
all
we good?
choked up.
Yeah,
I
you're
still
good.
see
You're
them.
good.
There you
Hello.
go.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I hand the mace.
Yeah, Callista hands you this mace.
Lister, it's so nice and it's wonderful. Are you sure?
I think you need this more than any of us. Especially if we're going to be facing Zulkin. I think this could help kill him quicker.
I'm gonna break his stupid, murderous, disgusting, cheating, freaking two-timing, soul-stealing head in with it. Thank you so much.
I will help you. You're welcome.
I'll help too.
So what should I name it? I'm thinking like Zulkin Killer, or is that too on the nose?
I mean, direct is always the best option for me.
Thank you, Callista. Thank you.
Alright.
I'll
So,
put it.
While this is going off, Molfen would like to go find a nice, quiet spot to sit down, break out the scroll that Callista gave him, break out his ink and quill and parchment, and start copying the scroll into his spellbook.
excellent.
And I will set up a campfire since I'm assuming we're going to be resting soon.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can start getting ready to set up camp. Harshnag kind of goes out and helps gather some wood for you, taking his great axe and using it to chop up some trees and some wood for you.
Great.
Anything else
Is
anybody would be
this
doing to prepare?
is this house? Is it destroyed
No,
or is it
it's just
intact?
very small.
Okay. Does it belong to anyone?
Deshara.
Oh, it's just Ashara's house? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Okay,
there's
cool.
the stables that have like a loft above it.
Which is where we've been sleeping and stuff.
Ah, got it.
What is this? Is this a mace of smiting? What is this?
Fist of Pheromone?
Fist of Pheromone.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the most evil Digimon.
Fist. Fists. It's not in the compendium.
It's not. You won't find it there.
Oh. So I can't equip it. Cool.
If you want, I can type all the stats out this week, and I can get them
Okay.
back to you.
Okay, and then I'll copy and paste it onto like a note.
Yeah, they only have like a couple magical maces in there, and I
You could technically
Crafted
put in a
one.
+1 mace and then edit the damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
But I prefer to just do the other one. The
Okay.
stats.
Yeah.
I like to know everything.
Okay. So you guys, is everybody else kind of just getting ready for the evening and kind of settling down
Yep.
and settling in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys take the time to settle in for the evening. Are you guys anybody taking watches, or are you guys just all gonna relax and?
I'll take
I'm
a while.
definitely- Yeah, I'll take a
Yeah, Malfin will take first if no one else wants it after he's done with his
If
spells.
Diana takes a watch, I'll take one with her.
I will take second.
Okay.
I'll take second.
So I got
I have a
Mulfin-
plan.
Mulfin first, Diana and Ashlyn second. Who's third?
I'll be third.
Callista
I'll
third.
take one.
And Moby will
I'm
take
gonna
fourth.
sleep all through the night.
And Loglin's gonna. What are you gonna do, Loglin?
Sleep all through the night.
Sleep all the. Hey, there you go. Lachlan's gonna take care of sleeping. That's what he's gonna do.
Mhm.
All right, everybody, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Uh-oh.
Those of you that are having watches, not Lachlan, you're asleep. You don't have to make this at all.
Okay, well, night is almost over, so I am burning my DM's inspiration on this one.
All right.
Very
Nice.
Wow, nicely done, Muffin.
I see the raven.
That only applies to his watch, right?
Yeah, just his 2 hours.
Okay, good.
So, Muffin, you're kind of out by the fire. Everybody else is. Where are you guys all positioned? Are you guys? I'm assuming there's a fire outside of the.
Just outside
Just
Deshara's, yeah.
outside Deshara's. Are you guys kind of sleeping around the fire, or some of you in the loft area?
I'll be outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be in the loft.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll be outside. I'll be outside.
Okay. Muffin, during your watch, you start to hear someone coming down from the loft. And you look over and you can see that one of the Zhentarim guards is trying to be very quiet. Her hair is kind of pulled up a little bit as she kind of steps down off of the ladder. And it's just barely out of the range of where the fire's flickering light is able to reach. But you can hear somebody coming out from the loft, and you can barely see her.
Malfin will walk over, so I'm sort of like maybe 3 or 4 feet away from the ladder, so try to get there right as she's getting to the bottom.
Okay. As she turns around, she almost seems a little startled. So, oh,
Good evening.
oh.
How are you this evening? You seem to be cutting away in the middle of the evening.
Well, yeah. I just needed to get some fresh air. It's just a lot of things going on recently, and needed to clear my head.
You're welcome to join me if you need to get away from the others. Is something bothering you that I may be able to aid you with?
I don't know. I mean, there could be.
And how can I be of assistance?
Well, I'm worried.
Worried about what?
Well, worried about that one that you have that travels with you, that Lachlan.
What has that skelpy lemur of a great-grandson of mine done now?
I just don't know how to read him.
I don't think any of us truly do. Is he causing problems for you, or...?
I see. And she kind of looks around, making sure nobody else is around, looks up at the loft, and then looks at you and kind of leans closer to you, and she's like, do you think you've met Kella, haven't you?
Yeah, she was the Zhentarim lass. Her and Lachlan seemed to have a little thing going when we first arrived together in Nightstone, I believe it was.
Well, I've been in contact with Kella. See, Kella's my sister.
And Kella lives.
From what I know, I haven't heard from her in a few days, but it's just odd. She spoke so highly of this Lachlan character. She said that he was just super skilled and talented in what he could do and what he was able to do with a bow in his hands. And she also found that despite this whole Zolkin mess that she got involved in, that she fell for him. But then it's like all of a sudden things changed. She became a new person. And she got in trouble. It's a long story, but she got shipped off to Yartar for some bogus, I don't know, are you chasing a tail of some sort? I don't know, chasing a rabbit's tail. Could be nothing. But it's like all of a sudden she just didn't speak of these feelings that she had for this Lachlan anymore. It was almost as if like those feelings didn't exist. So I don't know what to think of this Lachlan. I don't know. I just don't know.
There is something you may or may not be aware of. I'm assuming when she is your sister, she spoke of the situation with Zolkin. Did she tell you what he is?
What he is? What, I mean...
Zolkin is not human.
He's not human? What do you mean?
No.
Well, he's a half-elf, right?
No, he is some manner of undead creature.
Are you sure?
Morphin will sort of reach up and rub his neck. Yes, we have had our own run-ins with him as a result of, well, as Kella certainly filled you in, the situation between her, Lachlan, and our cleric, Diana.
The cleric?
A cleric of Ilmater.
Of Ilmater? Wait.
Certain things that Lachlan has told us are starting to...
Wait. Diana and... Oh my goodness. That's the connection.
Yes.
Oh dear. Morphin, this could be terrible.
So we have Kella starting to fall for Lachlan and away from Zolkin. Zolkin starting to do whatever he was trying to do with Diana. Everything comes to a head in Nightstone, destroying the Zhentarim's plans because of Zolkin's actions. Kella springs off one way, Zolkin another, and it appears if your sister has been banished off somewhere, that Zolkin got to the higher-ups before she did.
Huh.
So she got blamed for his actions.
Seems to make sense.
We leave tomorrow. We are heading eastward. Our final destination is Everland. Now, Lachlan has been quite adamant about stopping in Yartar. I am assuming this is where your sister would be then.
Yeah, to be honest, that's why I'm here now. I feel like I need to go help her. See, with this Zolkin character, especially if he's not human, my sister could be in great danger. And
Your,
to make
your
matters-
sister may be in danger. You must not challenge him. There are 6 of us and we had to flee. He is beyond any of our powers right now.
Well, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it for all of you. I mean, if Diana's a cleric of Ilmater, Zolkin must be seeking her.
He
Zolkin,
seeks all of us.
Did you hear what he did to the temple of Ilmater in Daggerford?
Yes, Lachlan has filled all of us in, and Diana is adamant about hunting him in Daggerford. I do not believe that is wise. I have convinced the group to head east first to seek aid from someone in Everland.
He's not going to be in Daggerford.
He will be following us.
He's going to do whatever he can to get to Diana. By whatever means necessary. He's clearly lost his mind. He could do just about anything.
We have ways to deal with him.
Well, I know what it is in my heart that I must do. I need to get to Kella, and Yartar is where I'll find her.
How will you travel there?
Well, I have a horse. I've got plenty of my materials right here, and she points to like an adventuring, standard adventuring pack that she's got and everything. She's all packed and ready to go.
Well, it may be plausible. Let's see this. Trying to count. Why do you not wait until the morning? Perhaps you may be able to ride on a griffin with one of the gnomes. Either myself or Lachlan.
Make a persuasion check.
You will have better time than on your horse. -1.
She kind of looks at you and she's just like, in all due respect, I feel like even if you feel like I could make better time, I don't know if I want to take the chance of getting noticed. I think I have better chances on my own without a big group than I do with a large group.
This is quite possibly true, given we do tend to attract notice thanks to one dunderhead. But we shall leave Moby out of it for the moment, as you may have not met him. Pink elephant.
I do appreciate you taking the opportunity to speak to me.
Do you have... forgive me for asking, do you have a bird? I know when we met the others in Nightstone, they had this small flying snake that they used to send messages back and forth.
Huh.
Do you have any means of sending a message?
Huh. So you know about those. And she rolls up one of her sleeves, and attached to her arm is a yellow and green flying snake
Oh, you remind me of Poochwa.
Meet my friend Grimlock.
Good evening, Grimlock. Molfin's going to go in and take out a couple of pieces of parchment. If you have need of us, we will be flying as the flying snake flies, so to speak, from here straight towards Yata. Send him into the air, look for the old gnome, and let me know.
Will do. I can do that.
I know little of your group's affiliations beyond my experiences in Nightstone and my great-grandsons, but I fear that with everything going on, you and us may need all the assistance we can get.
Well, in the meantime, will you do me a favor?
Oh, but of course, my dear.
Keep an eye on Lachlan.
I shall keep both on him.
Keep him safe. And also, let the girls know that not all of us are like Zolkin. And then she kind of just starts to slowly kind of walk away from you, Molfin.
That I will do my best with, but that will be a hard one. Especially with one of them.
And then as she's walking away, she kind of looks over. She's almost like she's talking away from you as she's walking. She's like, Kella does have a good heart. She just got wrapped up in the wrong things.
One could say the same of Lachlan.
And she slowly gets up on the horse, kind of looks at you and kind of gives you just a nod, a respectful nod. And then...
Good journey, my dear.
To keep quiet, she kind of just keeps the horse at a nice walking pace as she gets farther and farther, and then she disappears into the darkness outside of the firelight, headed to the east. And your watch comes to an end, Molfin.
Molfin's going to go... I can't remember who had second watch.
Diana
and Ashlyn.
All right.
Oh, Diana's going to walk over and wake up Ashlyn. And then...
That time?
Yes, it is that time for you. I am actually going to step away and get some rest on my own this evening.
Okay. Good night.
And Molfin's going to walk over just probably about 50, maybe 50 feet away from everybody, out of range. Make sure no one's around, and then as a ritual, pop up his hut, seal himself in his little hut.
Nice. He's in his hut. All right.
I want to. Can that hut doesn't burn and die or whatever, right? Like if I throw a fireball at it, nothing's gonna happen, right?
I don't think a spell can
Nothing
get
goes through it.
Yeah.
Nothing can get through it.
Let me check something it's really bad.
You can only get through it if you go underground.
Actually, what's the hut look like? Are you? Because you can make it as dark or as light as you want, Molfin.
It's literally just looks like a bubble.
No, it just looks like a bubble. Excellent.
Yep, Molfin's just in it, sitting down for a few minutes, got his book out.
Okay.
In a fit of rage, Diana would throw a fireball at that stupid thing.
So you're really throwing a fireball at it?
Yes.
All right.
I'm sleeping outside. Do I hear this?
Everyone wakes up with a big, huge explosion outside.
Fire giants!
Why can't you let me throw myself at death? Why?
Diana, what's happening?
Oh, just a little
Deshara
tiff.
comes out of the hut. She's like, "What is going on?"
It's just a tiff between two fire wielders. It's fine.
Molfin isn't that.
A tiff! The ground is torched!
It's a very divine tiff.
What is the meaning of this?
I just, when, you've just had one of those days and you just really want something at the end of the day. Like, all that you want is to just, maybe steal back the dagger that, has your soul in it. And you just want to, maybe summon your terrible ex-boyfriend so you can fight him. And then, no one lets you do that. It sucks.
The hand comes out from the dome. I guess that's the laughter at
Diana?
Actually, I'm out of range. I can't cast that at her.
Good.
Not at range? You see just a hand
What?
pointing at you for some reason, Diana.
I
And
point back.
I cast Stinking Cloud on her.
No. I'm casting the spell magic at will.
The spell magic. I think this effect would take place first before the dispel would happen, right? Is that how this works?
Yeah, it goes
there's
first
not a
and then-
counter.
Okay. So yeah,
I don't have a counter.
all of a sudden,
so-
Diana, after this fireball goes off, you're consumed with this yellowish, gassy cloud that smells absolutely awful. Go
Guys,
ahead
I'm
and make
trying to sleep.
a Constitution saving throw, Diana.
Oh, man. I'm
Uncle
going to cast
Malcolm,
resistance
can
on
you
myself
please
before
stop
I do
this?
that.
I am being attacked.
Uncle
You
Molfin.
started it. I'm gonna cast resistance on myself before I cast my saving throw because that's.
Well,
a
I have
cantrip,
to be outside with her too, Uncle Molfin.
I think you would have had to cast resistance before this spell took effect to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an action.
Yeah, because
Dang
that's an
it.
action.
Uncle Molfin, stop it.
I believe
Thank
that
you.
will take
Get him.
effect. So creatures that
Yeah,
don't.
it's a 16.
So you are basically just retching and reeling, and it's awful. Like you're almost dry heaving because it smells so bad.
I hide under my covers.
And then the spell magic goes off and it's gone.
And then all of a sudden it's gone after Callista casts her dispel magic.
Okay.
'Cause
And
the
I go
cloud
back
just
to bed.
dissipates.
Grumpy.
Callista goes back to bed grumpy. Kentucky comes out and kind of puts a hand on Deshara's shoulder, and just is kind of like wiping his sleepy eyes. He's like, just remember my banjo. We don't want any part of this. And they just turn around and
Rest in peace,
they all walk away.
Banjo.
Kentucky goes back up in the loft. Deshara goes back into her hovel. You hear the door close.
Okay. So I was gonna do this, but maybe I shouldn't now that you're and Uncle Molfin are being very angry at each other. Or maybe I should.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do what you think is best.
Well, I wanted to tell you a story about myself. If we have a little time.
Okay, sure.
Molfin is in his hut, staring out the window, just staring out the bubble.
Can you hear inside this thing?
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about noise or anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
probably still listening because I'm trying to go back to bed.
I'm already
So,
snoring.
Lachlan's
What?
out.
Okay. So you know how my parents always told me I was dropped on my head 3 times as a child?
Yeah, I remember.
And that none of the other kids would play with me and they would all make fun of me except for your mother would let you play with me.
Yeah.
Well,
Those
that's
kids were
why
terrible.
I took her task to come find you because she was so nice to me. And I go in my pack and I give Diana this book. I'm like, I wrote you a letter every day I was away when my parents took me to the monastery because I didn't get to say goodbye to you.
Oh. I'll take the book and I'll hold it very close to my chest.
And I'm sorry I
Ashley.
left without saying goodbye.
No, I understand. Honestly, I didn't really give our village much of a farewell either.
Yeah, you were the only one that was nice to me, so I don't have any friends there either. So when I got to see you again, I was so happy.
You were the only one that was nice to me too. All the other freaking pure-blooded elves.
Yeah, they're
Hierarchy and
stupid.
crap.
They were mean to me too, so We can go kick them in the shin sometime.
No, I'm not supposed to, but I should. We should.
Okay. I'll kick them in the shins for you.
Thank you. You know what? I'll always be there for you. I am
Oh,
always going to protect
Be there for
you.
you too. And I
Love
hug
you,
her.
Ashlyn.
Awesome. So, Diana and Ashlyn, your watch comes to an end, and it becomes Callista's watch.
Yep.
Diana and Ashlyn, where are you guys headed to sleep?
I'll stay up during Callista's watch too if she'll let me.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna sleep. I don't know. Really, I don't know, near Callista and near Ashlyn, wherever they.
Yeah, I'm by the fire, so that's where I slept.
Okay. Diana, as sleep takes you,
Ah,
Oh crap.
another dream.
you find yourself in a grove. You can see fireflies flying around you, and in front of you, you see a much younger, childlike Ashlyn. And you guys are running through this grove, kind of playing and have a good time. You can hear just the giggles and the laughter that you both share. And it kind of, time seems to speed up, just like the time in dreams kind of happen at different moments, and things kind of get scatterbrained at times. And then you can see your home, and you kind of just wave kind of goodbye to Ashlyn, and Ashlyn waves goodbye to you, and she moves on into the distance and just kind of fades off into this misty kind of almost cloud where you just can't see beyond. And then you see the awaiting arms of your mother standing in the doorway of your home. And she's reaching out to you with a smile on her face and tears in her eyes running down her face, beckoning you to come near. And you approach, and you're quickly embraced by your mother. And she picks you up, and she holds you high, and then looks over, and you see your father. And he steps out of the doorway, and she kind of hands you over to your father, and he kind of embraces you, holds you up high, and almost starts to kind of like toss you up in the air a bit and like catch you in a playful manner. And as you're doing this, you're kind of like looking up to the sky, seeing how the sun kind of pierces through the canopy of the trees, and you can see these beams of light coming through these leaves. And then you fall back into your father's embrace, still looking at the light, and then your father's face becomes a silhouette against the backdrop of the sunlight. As your eyes begin to focus, you can see that your father's face has been replaced with Zolkin's.
Oh God.
Ugh.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session, as we're already almost 15 minutes overboard.
Yeah, that's gross. Dad, and then like, she doesn't even know her dad's dad. That's so sad. Her dad died when she was so young.
Mm-hmm. It was sad.
Or maybe he became an undead Zhentarim.
That's even nastier. No.
That's like some Luke and Leia stuff.
No.
I am shipping it because of a fireball.
Well, what a great session tonight, guys. Awesome. And those of you who tuned in to watch tonight, thank you guys so much for joining us for episode 33 of Storm King's Thunder right here at Proficiency Bonus. Don't forget to follow us if you haven't done that yet, or subscribe if you'd like to support the channel in that way. You can check up all of our you can catch up on all our past episodes on our YouTube channel. Just go ahead and subscribe to that, and you'll be able to catch up into our storyline. So you guys can see what all happened. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and reward a nat 20 to someone who we feel did an excellent job or did something really unique or creative with roleplay or combat, which I don't think there was much combat tonight. I think it was all you guys threw fireballs at each other, but that was about it.
Molfin and I had combat. Yeah.
PvP.
I dodged. She vomited. It's about the same.
So what do you guys think for a
Either-
nat 20?
I was going to
Ashland.
use grease, but I didn't want Diana to actually light herself on fire.
Good
Warm
point.
me, Uncle Molfin. Mm.
I'd say either Lachlan or Ashlyn.
I say
Ashlyn,
Ashlyn, she was hilarious.
killed it.
tonight.
Yeah.
No. Ashlyn was pretty
That
hilarious
Ashland
tonight.
Harshnag with moment.
That whole thing with
Lachlan?
the jellyfish.
Lachlan in the beginning, though.
Almost funny I was dead.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I was going to say Lachlan with the Kella's sister. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like it was.
That's a good point. He
It
was, hooking up
Mhm.
with both sisters.
And then
Yeah.
Ashlyn. Yeah, Ashlyn
Nasty.
all game. So I don't know. I'm
Nasty
torn
for
between the
that
two.
one.
All right, let's go with we'll award two. We'll go with one with Lachlan and one with Ashlyn for tonight. Yeah, because Lachlan's role play there at the beginning with that whole situation was awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure what Lachlan's getting himself into with all these ladies.
Nothing but trouble.
That's what happens. That's
Worth
what
the danger.
Worth the danger.
At least he's getting kissed. I'm getting fireballs thrown at me by him.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Molfin used to have the biggest crush on Diana, and now she's trying to kill him? Oh, memories.
Oh, she was trying to kill him back then too for making tall.
No, but Diana tolerated a lot more crap back then, and then Zulkin stole her soul, and now she is a murderer.
Diana
Kepler
doesn't know her
says that the
soul's
D20
missing.
should go to Michael. That I could see that.
Oh, Keplin's giving the D20 to me. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go.
No.
Yeah, I reckon we
I
give it
like
to
that
Michael.
idea. It has been a really long time since we had the DM with one.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time you guys give me a nat 1.
Yeah.
That's because
Nat
you were.
20.
I think if Michael's doing 2, he needs to do 3 and do one for himself.
Yeah, even it out.
All right, I have to add another image to the OBS, so I'll make a note. Thank you, Keplin. I will take that, and I will use it wisely. Thank you, Keplin.
Oh gosh, he's gonna
Oh,
use it
no.
Kill me in my
to
dreams.
mess us up.
Dream combat sequence in Diana's
Oh,
brain.
Oh god.
It's
That's
like the
awesome.
Matrix, but worse.
I wanted to see Zulkin. I just wanted to steal it from Molfin.
Well,
Diana has been trying to steal that dagger and attune to it for. Sorry.
well, those of you who tuned in tonight, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching this episode. We will be next week. Don't forget, we have that special one shot led by our own Christy, Mystic Water. She's going to take over the DM position. I will get the opportunity to be a player, so I'm excited about that. And we'll have, I think most of the cast will be here. I think we might have a couple. Are we going to have a kind of a different cast? Christy, do you know for sure who's all going to be here? Or
I think there's just 4 of you. I
Four
think
of
it's
us?
just you, Matthew, Sarah, and JJ.
Okay, excellent. The rest of you, will miss you next week. But then the second week of May, we'll be back on with Storm King's Thunder, episode 34, and we'll continue on from there.
Minus
So-
a Molfin.
Minus a
Why minus a
Muffin.
Molfin?
Yeah, Muffin
'cause
will be
that's
out
the
of town
11th.
that weekend. That'll be the
Oh,
11th
okay.
weekend.
Yep.
So Muffin will be on. He'll
But
be.
Molfin will probably be watching on Twitch because he'll be in New Hampshire in a hotel room by the time this is on. So
Yeah, Muffin
Molfin will
will
be in there No. Muffin wouldn't do that. Muffin would be using Maximilian's earthen grass to keep Diana as far away from him as possible.
Muffin will be participating via Twitch chat. So we'll definitely have him. So, as we get ready to end the evening, don't forget to check out our Monday night stream. We have Tomb of Annihilation on Monday nights with Dungeon Master Matthew, as he leads his party through that wonderful D&D5e adventure. MG is a producer of that, and Sarah is also one of our cast members of that stream. So make sure you check that out. Don't forget Insight Check on Mondays as well. Our good friends over there at Insight Check, always streaming on Monday afternoons for all of us here at Eastern Time. So make sure you go ahead and check those guys out. Give them a follow and give them a shout out. Let them know that we love them. Any other announcements that we need to make other than the one shot next week? And
the dice tray giveaway next week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll be giving away the Dish of Shame next week. We'll be doing that probably live during the break, so make sure you guys tune in so you get a chance to win. And I think that will be about it for tonight. So, the next time that someone is super polite and caring and hands you a harmonica,
No.
don't forget to add your proficiency bonus before you play it. It does make a difference. You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.
I love you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.